Bloopers are like the best part of every movie.
No shit.
Did you not watch blooper reels?
I mean, I used to watch bloopers, but they stopped putting them after like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, he was good for those.
Yeah, I mean, it was very freaking good.
Say what
Like,
you want about him.
yeah, say what we want about him, or like
Do
a
you think that
blooper.
justifies it? Putting
No,
bloopers?
absolutely not. I am here to say, hey, Harvey Weinstein is a deep piece of shit and he should totally die.
That's not the Femi I know.
Right.
Alright, but to the Femi that I know,
Well,
can you hold up your comb really quick?
right. This is my
crazy.
comb.
Can we?
And people don't think I comb my hair.
So you have to carry that around with you all the time?
Literally every single time. And it is very, very frustrating.
Yeah, Femi said his hair doesn't grow longer than this.
It literally doesn't. It is very, very sad. So I've been trying to grow my hair for more than 2 years, and this is literally
What?
as far as it has gotten.
Dude,
So
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You have such a full head of hair too.
it feels like this, but I'm just like, sure, it can't grow more than this, and I really wish it could.
Have you just tried like holding your breath and pushing? It's like you're taking a dump.
Yeah, this is no. I mean, I do hold my breath, but not for this. Wait, but for the most part, I'll say that the trick. So black hair is very, and you probably don't know this. It's very, very, very curly,
Okay.
and the reason why it is this curly is like, hey, to be able to like retain water, since it is so hot in Africa.
I didn't know that.
I also didn't know it was like last year I figured out.
Okay, so I wouldn't retain any water.
Because you don't have to.
Sure.
But I need to like retain water,
Yeah.
so it's like very, very curly. Literally can't grow more than this. It's a mess.
But why does it growing too long diminish that quality?
I mean, I don't think it necessarily like diminishes the quality. I think I also need to do a better job at keeping it. I basically sound like all my sisters right now. They'll be like, you need to cut your hair or something. But that's the thing, I don't think it necessarily like diminishes the quality. I think I don't have access to the best hair care products, which kind of sucks. But
Do you think that you need the best?
yes, I definitely need the best. I have very, very tough African hair. Trust me, I need the best.
Yeah.
It needs to be very, very good.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. And this, I mean, again,
What is
I-
that doing?
ideally it is more or less like separating every single like hair piece. Like the goal is to separate it and untangle it, because it is insanely tangled. It keeps going on and on and on and on. It's very, very tangled. So it's like separate it as much as you can and try to style it.
Uh-huh. So does this mean that like by like natural selection that all the African dudes with afros got killed by lions?
To be honest, yes, most likely. Yeah. That is why the lions have such a great mane. But
you inherit the thing that
yeah,
you're
you
eating.
literally inherit the thing that you've eaten. You know, I've actually considered like cutting my hair,
Uh-huh.
going like totally bald.
I was going to ask, so like is this an inconvenience to you, your hair?
I mean, at this fucking point in time, it's like if I should cut my hair, it could literally save me like 10 minutes every single morning, and I'm like,
10 minutes?
yeah, literally 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah. Is that part of the reason you're wearing a beanie?
yes, that is literally part of the reason I'm wearing a beanie. So I'm just like, if I cut my hair, it saves me like 10 minutes. But
Yeah.
the trick is with winter, since it is getting like very, very cold. My logic is, hey, I don't want to have a bald head while it is insanely
No, that's
cold
good logic.
outside.
That's
I'm
good
just
logic.
saying, like, hey, it's
That
in
is
fucking
good logic.
Chicago.
I shaved my head my sophomore year of college just
Dude,
because
why?
I thought it would be funny.
Okay, how much of a Nazi did you look like?
Oh my god, dude, it was so bad. Let me show you a picture.
Exactly. Show me a picture and then put it in the video.
Oh, I will.
Fuck
Dude,
yes.
my mom posted this on her Facebook because there's a picture of me with a shaved head. And by the way, this was just my friend was like, I bet you won't shave your head. And I just stood in the shower and shaved my
And then
head
shaved it.
with like my pube thing.
Shit.
I
Okay,
just went like
nice.
straight down. But
No gross at all. Totally
dude,
no
I
gross.
looked so bad. I looked so evil. People would like cross the street when I was walking toward them.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like you would look a lot like Lex Luthor or something.
I looked worse than that.
Worse than Lex Luthor.
I looked like a rat. But I will say a lot of women like to rub my head.
That's
Yeah.
fucking wrong.
So that was like that is a plus of that.
Shit. Yeah, I mean,
You don't like? Oh, here we go.
No,
Yes.
it's not so much like not liking my head being rubbed. It's called not liking women. I'm kidding.
Nice.
God damn it, why? You really do look like a Nazi.
Isn't that crazy?
Dude, you look like you're so upset about like all black privilege, or you're about to call
That's what
a
I was
black
thinking
person
about when they took that
DEI.
photo.
You looked so pissed.
They had just announced some like new housing project, and I was like,
Why? No, why are they moving in and fucking our woman? No.
I know. Oh my god, with their big dicks.
With your humongous dicks.
Dude,
Yeah.
the moment in our roast battle where I said like, what was my opening joke? It was like, Femi reminds me of the first time I tried to grill a hot dog.
All right,
And it did
right.
okay. And then you were just like, yeah, 8 inches.
It's just that
They
was
went
such
crazy,
a
and I was like, how did I not think Femi was gonna say that?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like we roast battles. Is like there's so much you don't think about at the time, and it's only like
Yeah.
after you're like fuck.
Dude,
I
I
wish
do that
said
every
it.
single fucking time. This was the
Right.
first roast battle where I've actually done every single joke like that and you fucking ruined one of my jokes. Yeah, but then later
Wait.
on, I got to use it at the end, the Sears Tower joke.
Wait.
So I was gonna have you. Did I not tell you this? I was gonna have you. Remember how I said like
Yeah,
in the
my
green room, I
middle
was like,
name.
if I ask for your name, will you say
Yeah,
your full
yeah, yeah.
name? And you're like, yeah, I will. And I was like, oh, perfect.
and then
So,
added the middle name.
What I
Alright.
was gonna do was I was just gonna have you say your name and then look at the crowd and be like, "What a fucking nightmare that was." And then I was gonna make the Sears Tower joke where it's like tall, black, and
And
nobody
long.
calls them by their real name.
Right.
And but I asked him to say his full name, and what did you say, Femi?
Yeah, I was like, my full name is Babaphemie Hekundayo, and my middle name is White Power, and everybody freaking loved it. It was
Everybody
so,
was like, "Yeah."
it was such a great
Dude,
a great
it's so
joke.
cool how you can just say white power and get a room full of white
And-
people to go crazy.
Yeah, I
for you.
literally like get away with it. Trust me, I feel like my days are numbered already. It's like, yeah, maybe you need
You
to
think they're
chill.
numbered?
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, I'm pretty sure they're infinite. If you keep the accent.
yeah, I mean, heck, exactly. If I keep the accent, maybe I might be able to get away with it a little bit longer.
There is a conspiracy in Chicago comedy that this is all just a character.
Oh shit! That is insanely hilarious. Is that why everybody's asking for what my job is or something? Like, it's just a character,
Yeah.
bruh. Nah.
No.
Yeah,
No, Femi's actually racist. It's not a character.
It's right. I'm not playing a character at all. It's like fuck white people. I'm kidding.
I was gonna ask about that though. Is it cool knowing that you can basically just say like really crazy stuff?
I mean, I can get away with a lot of things so long they are not homophobic or transphobic.
You think homophobic is where they draw the line?
Oh, trust me, I'm not going to. I don't want to find out.
Really? That's
yeah,
what-
I would much
interesting.
rather not find out. To
I mean,
be
I've
honest.
seen you make crazy rape jokes.
I mean, that's the thing. Rape. God damn it. There's no way I'm going to say this and it's going to sound good, but.
No, I think it'll sound great.
Oh, it's just going to sound terrible. But. Rape is wild. But that's the thing,
Okay.
I feel like in lots of ways when I talk about it, it's more or less like, hey, how can I create awareness about it and how can we make it a little bit funny? And that's the thing. With the thing with rape is such a taboo topic.
Okay.
And it is very, very much give or take. Like, if you say a joke that has rape in it, there's a 70% chance it wouldn't go well.
Mm-hmm.
But if it goes well, it goes insanely well. It
Yes.
goes ridiculously well. So that thing is like, it is very, very fucked up to talk about. It's a very, very fucked up thing.
Mm.
But if you can find a way to like,
But
yeah, exactly.
When it hits,
The payoff is wild.
I've completely noticed the exact. I think that's across the board for all taboo things.
Right.
They're way more volatile.
Like insanely
Yeah,
volatile.
and that's exciting.
Very ridiculously unpredictable. So
Yeah.
that thing like you really can't say.
And
Wait.
then if you're doing a set and one works, the other ones normally work as well. You know what I mean? Like one is like an indicator for it's like a canary in the coal mine.
Wait, I don't get it. Like if you do a joke in one set and then
So if you open with like like a crazy rape joke and it gets a
Right.
big reaction,
Right,
you're like
then-
now my other crazy joke will work.
right,
you know what I mean?
right,
Like it's an indicator.
right. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I
But
mean,
then if you do that up top and it doesn't and it completely eats shit, well then you're like, well now I just lost a joke.
yeah, not even just like you've lost your audience already. Like you don't want
Yeah.
to start like very, very, very high.
Oh man. Yeah, I lose the audience so much, and then I'll
I
just
mean,
like be like, should I just do another bad joke?
you used to lose the audience. I mean, I still remember a lot when you first started at Lincoln Lodge. Like when we first started, I mean, again, we
I still
sucked.
got it. Don't worry, man.
Like we sucked 100%, but still is like you don't want to start off very, very, very very with a rip or very, very edgy. Like you want to ease the audience into it. You kind of like want to like loop them
Yeah.
up or something before you
You
slip
go
it
into
in.
it pretty quick, dude.
Yeah, I know, I really do. I mean, again, I
You
get.
going pretty dry, man.
But the other thing, I feel like for the most part, is my like logic around it is, for the most part, it's just like how. I mean, I feel like you would also agree with this. Most of the jokes you're going to write are going to be shit. Most
Yeah.
of them are, to be honest, if you are writing at, let's say, 80%, if 80% of your jokes are shit and 20,
80%. Oh, okay. Or shit. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and 20% is good, like
pretty
honestly, you're
good.
fucking killing it, like
Yeah.
literally killing it. So I feel like in lots of ways, like that is how I approach it. It's more or less like, hey, m- I'm going to get, I'm going to, my 80% of my set is going to be suck. So I'm only searching for that 20%, and how can I get that 20%, or how can I get that 10%,
Mhm.
and then just discard the rest. So
Yeah.
basically, it's like that process in itself is very, very destructive, and in lots of ways, it's just going to make you sound like an asshole. But to be honest, chances are, it gives you a bank of jokes that you
Yeah.
could say that, hey, these are good or reliables that you can easily like pull out when you have a show.
Yeah.
So open mics are fun.
You just like perfectly surmised how to do comedy correctly.
Yeah, I know. I tried my best. To be honest, I should start teaching a class at Lincoln Lodge.
In theory, though, it's a lot easier said than done.
I mean, it's your.
Although I feel like a lot of your jokes are like they either work or they don't.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's like very, very much would either work or they don't. And I took classes at Lincoln Lodge.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, no, now you know. So I took classes at Lincoln Lodge. This woman, Chelsea, taught me. May she rest in peace. No, she's not dead. She looks very tired. But basically,
Good
she
God.
nice. So she said that ideally you want to be writing as much as you can, and then take that set to 3 different like open mics, and if you find a joke that works in all 3 of them, keep it. If you find a joke and it doesn't work in all 3, just discard it. So
It has to work in all 3 to what if it works in 2 out of 3?
I mean, 2 out of 3.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I would keep that. I would at least look more into it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can still like look more into
Honestly,
it.
1 out of 3. I'm desperate.
Dude, 1 out of 3 is you are literally
take 1
pushing
out of
it.
3.
You literally are pushing it at that point in time.
But okay, but that's like so black and white though. That's like my problem with the process is you're either saying like, okay, this one is good, I'm keeping it. This one's bad, I'm getting rid of it. But I have so many where it's like parts of this are okay, and then there's promise here. Sometimes it does well, and sometimes it just does fine.
Right.
That gray area paralyzes me with like getting rid of stuff and giving up on it.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, you really aren't wrong. I mean, I can see but the thing is like how many or how so a joke for you? How long is a joke for you? Is it like 1 minute long, or how? What's your average length of a joke?
Probably like 2 minutes.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. So let's say you're telling a joke that is 2 minutes long. When do you expect, or how many times do you expect your audience to laugh?
I mean, that's difficult to say because it depends on the structure of the joke. Because like, I have like a couple jokes that are like very Jesselnick style, where it's like I paint a picture, and then it always ends in me killing somebody. It's like the 7-Eleven one where I kill the kid in the end,
Right?
Or like there's a Cadillac one where I shit on his car.
Okay,
It's always just me.
Wait, is the
doing
guy
fucked up
black?
thing.
First of all, is the guy black, and why are you shitting on a black
Should
guy's
he be
car?
black?
I mean,
should I add that to the joke?
I feel like if he's
Dude.
black, it would really, really work because black
think you're
people love
right.
Cadillacs.
Oh my god! I think you just figured out why this joke's just been doing mediocre. But if I'm doing that, then I'm really basically just building to one big laugh.
Okay.
But most of the time, I like to get laughs throughout 2 minutes. That's hard to say. Do you know the exact number of laughs per minute that you want?
So that thing is basically when I took the class. So Chelsea basically told us that ideally you want your audience to be laughing every 20 seconds.
Okay.
And every 20 seconds again, like that is insane.
That's a good clip.
Yeah, but if you watch Nikki Glazer, Literally, almost every single 15 seconds, so you are constantly laughing.
It's an interesting comic to cite.
It is very why.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay,
yeah,
I'm
she's
just saying
funny, even
because
though she's a
I've
woman.
just never heard.
Okay.
She is funny. She's good at stand up.
Yeah.
And she's great at roasting. But I've just never heard anybody just like specifically talk about her in time in terms of timing. So did your professor use her as an example?
Literally was the person that said that every single 15 seconds,
Damn.
someone is laughing. And that's the thing. Like, ideally, I would even say that it is very, very good practice. Because let's say, for example, you're on Q20. On Q20, you get 1 minute.
I hate that.
I know it is very freaking
So
wild.
stupid.
So it's like if you have like literally 1 minute on Q20 and you can make people laugh 4 different times at every single 15 seconds, like dude, you're 100% going to get booked.
Yeah.
So that thing is like, okay, how?
I mean, how big are the laughs? Because not all laughs are created equal. You know.
Right.
You can get like 4 pitter patters. That means nah. I mean.
Yeah. I mean,
that's fine, but like that versus like 2 like really solid belly laughs, or just like a huge one great punchline at the end, where it's like that's enough, versus just like a yeah, because like you're like ideally you're building to like a big laugh, right, and then you're resetting, laugh, or I guess that's, but then it just depends on the structure as well.
To be honest, like I don't mind. I feel like again, it is a very, very good thing if you're like building up to a very good laugh. But that's the thing. Let's say if you are, for example, if you have a joke that's 2 minutes long, that is building up to a big laugh. Ideally, in the middle, you need to like sprinkle in, like laugh.
Yes.
That way, you are keeping the audience's attention. If
That's
not,
what Nate
their attention
Bargatze
is
does.
like screwed.
Yeah. 100%.
So it's like again, it's like regardless if you're able to like do every single like 20 seconds or something like that, you're honestly you're killing it. And another thing I'll probably even like ask is why do you feel the need to get to 20 to 2 minutes? Like, okay, yes, you have a story that's 2 minutes long. Can you condense it to 45 seconds? Like,
yeah, of course.
So that way you can explore more ideas.
Yes, but also every detail of that story is another opportunity to get a laugh. So if you're adding more details, then you can just squeeze in more laughs.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think you're referring to people who just don't have more laughs, right?
I mean,
it's just like too much exposition.
Exactly.
Where you're just like, well, okay, we don't need to know any of this.
Yeah, if the building is way too much, it's like, okay, it's so...
I totally agree with that.
Like, it's kind of like Picasso's bowl. Picasso's bowl. So basically, like, this guy is Steve Jobs.
The bowl?
Bowl. So basically, it's like male cow.
B-U-L. Oh, bull. Okay. Bull. I thought you were saying like B-O-W-L.
Nah.
All right.
So basically,
Picasso's bull.
Basically, like this guy, Steve Jobs of Apple, obviously. Yeah. He said that like the details very, very matters, and the basically idea of it is when you condense. Let's say you can draw a picture of a bowl, but that's the thing. You can continue to like remove a shit ton of like details until it looks until it's kind of like a very, very. It's like a line.
You
drawing.
Can just tell that it's a bowl.
And you can just tell that it's a bowl.
Yeah. It's like reducing things to their absolute minimum.
Absolute minimum. I mean, again, it's basically like an attention economy. It's like how can you grab attention and for as short as possible.
Yeah.
Again, I've been doing stand up for 2 years, so I'm like a freaking pro. I know what I'm saying. I'm kidding.
You think about it so like analytically.
Right.
And like when I sit down and I write an idea or a joke or a bit, I never ever think how many laughs per minute is this going to get. I'm just like, I hope this is funny.
Yeah.
That's literally all. You're just thinking about this on a different level than I am.
It's on a different perspective, on a very, very autistic perspective, considering I'm not even autistic. But
I'm autistic in a different way.
No shit. How?
I mean, I'm not actually autistic, but just like the way I connect my bits together is very like... Dude, I gotta show you the program that I'm using.
Oh shit! No.
Or my notes app.
Oh yeah. Is it like Notion or something?
Well, let me show you really quick.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Fuck yes. Alright, guys. I promise we're not going to fuck after this. Okay. Don't get your minds out of the gutter. He's literally there. What's happening? No, I'm talking to the audience. That way. That's a pretty nice computer. Fuck yeah,
It's
Harry.
funny. Everybody compliments me on this computer.
Nice. Dude, this is very
I got
freaking
it by
cool.
selling my. See that guy on the wall?
Yeah.
He had like a bunch of coins.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is a book on sociolinguistics that I was reading. Anyway, I went down that super weird writing wormhole last night. All right, check this
Nice.
out. So this is my notes app.
Okay.
I'm just gonna show you the visual part of it. It's all my ideas.
Dang, that is so
Those are my
freaking
ideas
cool.
visualized.
This is very freaking cool. Nice.
And if you zoom in, oh no!
Wait.
If you zoom in, it shows you each idea. Damn it, dude! Am I actually okay? Here we go.
This is insanely.
Okay, so
cool.
the pink, I do a review. It shows you which ones they're connected to. The blue is a bit, and the green is a part of that bit that I want to add to it. It's a component.
So it's kind of like a mind map or something.
Yeah, and you can just reference everything.
Insanely.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's all.
What's it called?
It's called.
Yeah, don't say it unless they sponsor you. I mean, to be honest, like, hey, you are making them a shit ton of money.
I don't think I'm sponsorable. I think I say too many weird things.
Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, have you asked KY Jelly for sponsorship? I'm sure the gay guy.
KY Jelly?
Yeah.
What's that?
Dude, you don't know what KY Jelly is?
No.
Yeah, KY Jelly is what Mexicans are breastfed.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
I'm kidding. I am kidding. They are.
I would have believed it. Just be hawking units of breast milk?
No. So basically, like, KY Jelly is literally just lube.
Lube?
Yeah, it's lube.
What's special about it? How do you know that?
Again, who doesn't know
When was
what
the last time you had sex, dude?
No, honestly, it has been a very, very long time.
Who do you think it's been longer for? Because I calculated the exact amount of days yesterday.
Dude, okay, let me see. Most likely you're 100% you. Like,
I'm
dude,
longer?
Harry, I am longer. Like, dude, Harry, look at you, like, handsome.
No.
Nah.
I'm at 479.
Dude, 479, I'm at, let me see.
Oh, man.
How many is 2 years?
That's
like
over
600
7.
or something.
What?
Maybe like, over 700.
Okay.
Yeah, Harry is not.
Were you in love the last time that it happened?
Yeah, which sucks. No,
You were?
No, I wasn't.
And you're bummed about that?
Yeah, because that's the thing. It was such a dick move. I really should not have fucked her. I really, really shouldn't.
Can you please tell this story?
No, that's like I don't want. I'm just saying, like, again, I think she might have liked me like a lot.
And
I didn't like.
That's
her as
understandable,
much.
Femi.
Yeah.
And you knew that?
Yeah.
And you were like,
oh my
time for
gosh.
daddy to get
Yeah, exactly. It was a hugely dick move.
I mean, I think that's how, like,
a lot of guys.
That's guys and girls.
I mean,
I think that's just like a lot of that's how they end. Is one person doesn't really want the other, and then they have sex, and then they're like, all right,
yeah,
we should probably go our separate ways.
We should probably dip or something.
Yeah.
But still, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But again, I still feel very, very bad about it. Like, again, like, but the thing is, like, do you even really believe like two people can like read like very, very much like love each other at 100%? Like, do you think that's like a possibility?
No, I've cheated on every single girlfriend I've had.
High fucking five, let's fucking go. I mean, you are the splitting example of what every single man is striving to be.
Yeah, I'm an alpha.
Yeah, exactly, the alpha male.
No, I've never cheated. That would terrify me.
Harry, I think you do very, very well as a cheater. But the other thing is,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Cunning? Like a fox?
No, it's not so much. It's just like you have the energy, essentially.
I have the energy of a cheater.
Not so much the energy of a cheater, like the charisma, the sense of like.
You do have to be charismatic to be a good cheater.
You do need to be very, very charismatic to be able to lie.
It's a very interesting way of thinking it. Just like every time you meet somebody who's charismatic, be like, I bet you cheat on your wife.
100%.
Yeah. Huh. You don't think you'd be good at cheating?
To be honest, chances are I would be very, very, very good at it.
That means you've dipped your toes in, huh?
I mean, I haven't never really tried to cheat. Like, I haven't like been in a properly like well-defined relationship, and we're like, hey, you are.
Well, that's
like
the loophole everybody uses now.
Literally every single
Let's not
person.
put a label on
Let
this.
us not put a label on it. So it's like that way you can be like poly or something like.
Exactly.
Again, to be even poly is literally a label. It literally is.
A label?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I mean, I matched with this woman on a dating app. And
Which one?
Facebook dating.
You son of a bitch.
Dude, it sucks. Facebook dating is basically like hell on earth. It's wild. Basically, match with her, and she's like, "Hey, I am in a serious relationship with my boyfriend," and I'm like, "I don't think this relationship is serious." Okay, you are here trying to recruit a stranger to have sex with both of you, like, bro.
Oh, it was for a three-way?
Yeah, they were she was basically like, "Hey, gets to know us," and I'm like, "Nah, no, thank you."
You didn't want to do it?
No, I donate blood. Okay, I need my blood to be the perfectly top notch. Okay, no.
Oh, I thought you were saying like I've done enough community service.
Yeah, okay. Now, honestly, I should totally make that into a joke or something.
Yeah.
I'll make her fat.
Make her fart?
Fat.
Oh, fat.
And gross. Like, hey, I've done enough community service for white women already. Okay, I've fucked enough obese white women. I need to get a decent one.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So you fuck 5 and you get a skinny one.
It's just like jokes.
It's just literally like
if
jokes.
just 20% are good.
If 20% are
That's all
good,
you
then
need.
maybe.
Make sure your mic's on, by the way. It should be flipped up. Okay, sorry, it is.
Yeah, trust me, very, very
I
good.
just derailed. I was gonna ask something about. Oh, if you could go back in time and not be with the last person that you were with, would you do that?
To be honest, I'll say literally save her. I'll save her literally 100%, like 100, definitely.
You flipped the switch?
I would.
Whoa.
To be honest,
Do you still think? Well, go ahead.
I mean, it's just like again, it was great for me.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't great for her. And to be honest, most
The
girls.
entire thing or just the sex?
I mean, just the sex. So it's kind of like, again, you are a dick move for like sleeping with her and not like truly having feelings for her. And then
Again, everybody does that.
but the other thing is like, I don't, no shit.
I don't.
Oh yeah, because obviously you're such a great guy.
No. I just can't. I literally can't.
Wait, what do you mean that you can't? Is it because of your huge balls?
I do have big balls, but that's a medical issue. Once again, told you this a million times. You keep talking about it as if it's an advantage. No, I'm in intense pain every single day from my varicose veins.
No, I feel very, very bad, but okay.
I'm just saying, like, I can't really go to Pound Town with somebody if I don't have some feelings.
Oh shit, are you pansexual?
No, I'm just a fucking bitch.
Okay.
I'm scared. Oh, dude, a one night stand or like just hooking up with somebody on an app is just terrifying. Just having to meet somebody,
Right. I mean, I
so awkward.
right. Are you like afraid of like?
I'm not afraid of the sex. I'm afraid
Right.
of the before the sex and the after the sex.
Yeah.
Especially the after, where it's like, okay, so.
Hey, can you leave my house
yeah,
right now?
do you leave? Are you staying? Do you like cuddling?
Right. Yeah, you don't
Am
want
I
to
going to talk
cuddle
about
at
how
all.
much I like trains? Like how comfortable? Oh God.
Nah.
But you can do that.
Yes, and I have, and let me tell you something like this. I'd much rather not have done it. It's like,
Did
because
you-
other things like ideally you want. If you do it under love, it's basically the most beautiful thing ever. But if you do it under like pretense, that hey, I like you and things like that, but like deep down you don't, it's like you're kind of a dick in lots of ways.
Yeah. How do you? But you do want to have sex with them.
Yeah, but other things like you ideally you want to love the chick. That is why like
Ideally, yeah.
yeah, that is like
But
why
how do you know you love them? What is love? Let's get deep.
nice. Oh, we're going to get very,
I'm
very
serious.
deep. So I feel like for the most part, like love in itself is very a high degree of vulnerability,
Okay.
and love is being able to giving someone the power to destroy you. Essentially,
Holy fuck, that's dark.
it is very, very dark because that's the thing. Like love can be very, very painful, and the trick with this, like most guys will tell you this, if a guy sleeps with a girl.
Okay.
On the first date, the guy is never going to love the chick.
That's not true.
It is 100% true.
You saying Mark Norman doesn't love his wife?
Oh, that fucking guy.
Yeah, that guy, the one with the sign
So
poster.
I mean, chances are he do. I mean, okay, maybe. Okay,
Chances are, no, you still don't love
okay,
him.
okay. How about this? Let's put a percentage on it, 75%. Okay, 75% chance that you are not going to love the chick. Because the other thing is like
way less than that. But okay, yeah, for the sake of
Because the other thing is like, okay, I feel like in lots of ways, our brain is wired for pursuit. We are literally like wired to put value on things that are hard to achieve. And if you sleep with a girl on the first date, she's already you've okay. God damn it, I'm
No,
going to
you said
so
that pretty well.
I am going to
I was
get
just gonna
very
compliment you on saying
yeah.
how like you said that without making people angry.
Right. Oh, I'm going to get very, very cancelled after this. So, but basically, you, you've basically like acquired her, and now the reason for trying, you don't have to try as hard.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, like you need to like go out of
Because you
your
already,
way.
it's like an interview. You got your foot in the
You're
door.
exactly you already did. So it's kind of like, hey, why are we still here? And in lots of ways, I feel like many women don't necessarily have an excellent personality. Okay, are not necessary. Okay, maybe not necessarily like personality. Oh, we're getting very, very cancelled for this one. No sponsorship ever, ever. It's not so
Whoa,
okay.
whoa, 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 whoa. To be fair,
Right.
you are correct.
Yeah.
But most men also don't.
Okay. Most
But
men don't have.
I think more guys are cool.
Yeah. Okay, think of it like this. Are not necessarily like interesting. Like the person, again, like yeah, I use a shit ton of percentages because I don't want to be like all women or something. But you can be like maybe 90% of women are very, very interesting or
Mm.
like interesting to a man.
Mm.
So it's like what? So it's kind of like okay, without sex, almost 90% of women are not very, very interesting to a man at the beginning.
Okay.
But that's the thing. Eventually, they will become more interesting. Eventually, like they can transition
Yeah.
to being interesting, or they can transition to like the role of someone that you feel safe with. So someone that gives you like comfort, essentially.
Yeah. I guess I'm a woman then.
Okay,
I
I mean,
think like a
yeah.
woman.
I mean, but that's the thing. You have other things outside, like your body that you offer. Like, for example, like someone dating. Like, what can you offer them?
Me?
Yes.
I mean nothing. I
Damn,
honestly can't.
Harry, why can't you offer?
I don't have money.
Oh,
I don't
please,
have
Harry,
security.
look at this awesome apartment. Trust
Dude,
me,
I
you
mean,
have
this
money.
is no, I don't. Dude, do you want me to show you my bank account?
I don't want to see it, but okay.
Yeah, but this is all mirage. It's fine. Also, the
Right.
deal we got on this place is insane.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
it
white
does not make
privilege,
sense.
but okay.
It is white privilege.
It is very,
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
white privilege.
He was like, if you were black, it would cost $3,000 a month, but I could make an exception for a brother.
Yeah, very proper. White power. Nice.
Yeah. How do you feel about white guys saying brother with like that hard R?
It is.
It's like their term of endearment.
I mean, to be honest, like I really don't care. It's like
That's fair. That's fair.
again, if you want to say the N word, don't. Like
Okay.
again,
Okay.
no, it's like white guys essentially, not you.
I have to do it once before I die. You have to understand that, right?
You just have to say it as always.
But I don't want it to be my last word because that's a. I mean, it would be memorable.
Right.
But yeah.
How would you like to die?
How would I like to die?
Yeah. Have you ever thought of it?
Oh my god, I think about dying every single day.
Dude, how sad of your life do you live?
Oh man. I mean, I just think about like mortality a lot as a concept, just like the fact that everything dies.
Right.
But how would I want to die? I mean, I guess it's cliche, but just like surrounded by friends and family.
Oh shit.
Is that not or I mean, it's like either that or like I'm walking down the street and a baby grand piano falls on me and I die
Nice.
instantly.
Right.
Just
Without
like
like any pain or anything.
Have a really funny death.
Right.
What about you?
I mean, I always say, for the most part, it's more or less like in my sleep and not knowing, like very, very, very peaceful. Like no
But-
one wants to have like a violent death or anything. Like
No,
that
violent.
sucks.
No, I guess. Is there some value in having a cool? Is there a cool death? Well, there's this quote from some schmuck that was dying, and he was
Okay.
like, "Oh, he's my dad."
Dude,
No, I'm kidding. I wasn't there when he died, actually. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, so this guy said he wasn't afraid that he was gonna die. He was like on his deathbed,
Right.
and they're like, "Why are you not afraid?" And he said like, "This is like the final thing I get to experience."
Wow.
Death. It's like the only thing I haven't experienced in life,
Right.
and I'm about to experience it.
Dang.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about that is kind of very, very cool. Well,
Yeah, dude. Also, I had a dream like 2 weeks ago where
Uh-huh.
I just was in this house,
Right.
and it was in a bad part of Chicago,
Right. Southside.
and there was just like a school desk with like a laptop on it,
Okay.
and I was like in there because my backpack was in there for some reason,
Right.
and I grabbed my backpack and I went to turn, and I just like thought to myself, I was like, I'm technically trespassing right now. And then I like took one more step and a guy just shot me in the neck. And I just, it's the only time, you know, that they say like when you die in a dream, you die in real life.
No shit.
Well, that's some bullshit. It's clearly not true.
Okay.
So I got shot in the neck, and I had like the 3 stages of like processing, like that guy just shot me.
Okay.
And then, but it all happened in like this instantaneous moment.
Right.
And then I had like that guy that just shot me. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And then I was okay with dying.
Shit.
And I just like so lucidly experienced the acceptance of death.
Like that. Dang.
And then I woke up and I was like grateful to be alive.
Right.
It was really weird though, just how I just the moment before I was like sure that I was going to die.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm very okay with this.
Right. Do you think that's like how like death row inmates feel? Like they accept it. Well,
I mean, I
like,
think it's case to case, right?
I mean, obviously, not all of them will feel that way, but like, I mean, accepting that is just insane.
Okay. How would you act if you were in like, let's say French Revolution times,
Right.
and you just got sentenced to a hanging in public, and they come to your cell and they're like walking you out in the crowd? Like, are you freaking out? Are you accepting it? Are you like cool hand?
Dude, I'm fucking freaking the fuck out.
You're just like,
I am crying all the way. I'm
you're
fighting.
bawling? You're not staying stoic.
Oh, I am. Oh, fuck you! No,
They just
I
have
am
4 big French guys restraining you.
literally just fighting my way all the way freaking through. I am not accepting that shit at all. And
What about when they get up to the podium or whatever, and they're
I'll
about to
most
hang you, and they're
likely
like, do you have
piss
any
myself.
last words?
I am pissing myself. I'll be my last words are please. I want to leave. And to be honest, I don't even think. I mean,
I respect fighting to the end.
fighting to the very freaking end.
That's so awesome.
Dude, why would you want to accept it though?
It's not about wanting to
Oh, yeah.
accept it. I think it's just you have no choice.
Right.
If you have no choice, then
It's
it's almost
inevitable.
like, how do you not accept it?
Right.
That's kind of stupid, but I don't know. If you know something is going to happen, I feel it, and you've thought about it
Yeah.
but then being confronted with it is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's also like having like a natural like survival instinct. Like the survival
course.
instinct is there, and you can if your default, if someone's default is to accept it, then that person has very very terrible survival instincts, and that person is.
I disagree, because they could have done a lot of things that got them into that situation,
Oh yeah.
and they know that there's no getting out of that situation.
Right.
So then they force themselves to accept it, or it just
yeah,
happens.
Okay. So it's like something that is well deserved or something.
Yeah, or even just like, because once you're at a point where somebody else is killing you, it's out of your control, so it's not really a survival instinct anymore, right? Because even if you, like, your survival instinct is like to fight and everything, but like
Yeah.
they know that you also know that's not going to work. You know it's not going to work, right?
Yeah, but those things like hope, right?
Of course, but like hope is a terrible thing.
Yeah, exactly. Hope
As
is it.
Norm Macdonald says. I don't care what anybody says, hope is not good.
Wait, Chill, do you like the guy?
Don't
He's like
try
very,
it.
very funny.
Mark Norman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh sure.
I saw him live at the Vic.
Oh sure.
That's how I got
when,
that.
When?
317
Oh yes.
or 318.
Oh,
Dude,
so that was last year.
yeah, dude, that was a day where I was like really sad about comedy, and I went to the gym to work out, and I remember I checked to see what open mics were happening that night, and some guy commented like, "Sorry, I can't make it tonight. I'm going to be seeing Mark Norman taping his special at the Vic." And I just was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah,
and I just
then
bought a
that's fine.
ticket. And then Drew went, and I got to sit next to Drew.
Wow, that's.
I know, it
cool.
fucking worked out so perfectly.
Wait, was it Drew that like said I was going to watch Mark Norman or something? Was it Drew that was the one that commented?
No,
Oh,
it was
yeah, yeah,
some
yeah,
other
yeah,
guy
yeah.
that I didn't know.
Right.
I saw a couple of comics there, actually.
No shit.
Yeah, same with the Chris Stefano at the Chicago Theater.
Who?
Chris Stefano,
I don't know what else.
he's a New York guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who are your favorite
I
comedians?
mean, people are going to hate this, but this guy, what's his name? Louis C.K.
I mean,
He was very ridiculously freaking good. But
he
that's the
still
thing.
is.
Yeah, it's
I
still very,
listen to
very
his
good.
stuff so much.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I mean, as a comedian, do you listen to comedy? Like, what do you think? Like, do you still watch it?
Oh my god, dude, I am so obsessed with it. I literally will wake up in the morning and make breakfast while listening to a comedy podcast. I have to have
Right.
a comedy podcast, and then if I like go to my job or whatever, I'm doing that. But then as soon as I'm back, it's either writing, listening to
Right.
my sets, or like listening to just actual stand up.
Right.
It's just so addictive.
Wait, but those things, like, don't you feel like listening? I mean, in my own opinion, like, I try not to listen to it because I feel like it spills into my writing. Like, if it basically fucks up your ability to write. Because that's the thing, I'm thinking of it like this. Let's say, hey, I listen to Louis C.K. and he says a joke this way.
Okay.
And when I'm writing or when I'm thinking, then I'm going to write in that same structure.
Sure.
I might not write the same joke, but I'll write it in that same structure and maybe have the same punchline or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it basically, I just feel like it ruins your ability to properly write.
But I think no structure is completely unique. I think every single structure is like a derivation of some other structure.
But that's the thing, like if everything is a derivation of something, then when would you have something that is truly original? Or when would you have something that truly stands out?
Well, I think that's more in the content and the structure, right?
Yeah, but other things like if the structure is like okay, knock knock,
Yeah.
who's
Simple
there?
structure.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
effective though.
Very
One
okay,
of the
sure,
probably the best.
probably the
Yeah.
best.
I'm gonna
So
write more knock knock jokes.
so basically, like knock knock, who's there? This. So basically, punchline is like that is basically like a structure. But that's the thing. Like if every single person in this world writes according to that structure, then guess what? It loses value. Like
Yes.
you're not truly creating something that is absolutely
Absolutely.
new.
But your Louis C.K.'s structure is so complex.
Okay.
I mean, like if you sat someone down and you were like write a knock knock joke, they could do that hearing one knock knock joke.
Right.
If I sat you down and played a Louis bit for you and then I was like, okay, now write a bit with that
Right.
structure, it's way 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 different, right?
Right. I mean, I guess.
Isn't it way harder? Are you saying that you don't want to like emulate him on stage?
It's not even someone like emulate him, like emulate any comedian at all. Because that's the thing. Let's say, hey, you listen to a stand up and then you're like, I want to write right now. More likely than not,
Okay.
that idea is still going to literally be in your head,
Mhm.
and that idea is literally going to spill into your pen. And then you write a joke and it is eerily similar to that joke that you had. And then you don't feel like you're creating something that is truly original or that is truly your voice
Yeah.
or that is truly your representation. Or again, why I think of it this way, I have zero freaking clue. But it's like I, I, that is basically like really why I try not. I watch stand up. I just not like I don't watch it ever. Whereas I try to limit it
Hmm.
because I don't want to like write and basically pour out someone's idea but differently.
Yeah.
Oh, basically, I have this joke that I feel like. I mean, I liked the joke, but still, like. So basically, I listened to this guy, Gianmarco Sossessi. Do you know the guy?
No.
Basically, he kind of look. To be honest, he looks very, very much like you, but he's like an upcoming comedian. He's very, very, very good.
Wait, does he have dark hair?
Nah, yeah, he has dark hair. He's very, very Italian, and he's basically like based in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And he has this joke where it's like he had to stop hanging out with his friend because his friend is anti-vaccine or is basically anti-vaccine, and he had to stop hanging out with him because his friend died. You get? So basically, when I wrote my own joke, I mean, I had listened to it. So when I wrote my own joke, I was like, "Hey, my friend just started doing capoeira, which
Okay.
is like Brazilian jiu-jitsu."
Oh yeah, you said that, and I was like, "What the fuck
Exactly.
is capoeira?"
Capoeira. So basically, I'm now like, okay, he because he wants to hit something.
Uh huh.
and he can no longer hit his wife because his wife died. So basically, it's kind of like
Yeah, you're just taking the structure.
taking the structure, to be honest, even almost the punchline, and just basically like changing the direction as opposed to forging a completely new path for yourself.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I've done that like structurally with bits where I basically like just sub in my thing.
Right. Like
Yeah,
doing a substitution, so it doesn't
but
feel
those
like
never stay.
yeah, it doesn't feel like you're actually writing. It doesn't even really feel like you're
But then you just
creating.
have to rewrite the idea in an original way. Because I
Right.
think for me it's like I don't think of jokes, I think of ideas and then I
Oh yeah.
turn them into jokes.
Oh yeah.
And then I figure out what structure would be the best for this joke and then I kind of like impose it on it.
Right.
Are you saying that you think of jokes?
I want to say I would say more like thinking of jokes. And sometimes you can also have like an idea of be like, hey, I want to write about something, and then you're now like, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to like brainstorm how I can connect this with this. For example, let's say I want to connect like DUIs with IUDs. How can I? Yeah, right, exactly. Or I can be
Hell
like,
yeah.
someone's only form of identification is their DUI or their IUD or something like that. So
Nice.
it's kind of like, okay, how can you like sit back and I feel like for the most part they are like very, very, very funny ideas, or they are very like concepts I can play with, for example. And then I'll be like, hey, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write. But that's the thing. I feel like if you're saying that you sit down and you're going to write, like for most people that I've talked, I mean, the people that I've talked to about their like writing process,
Mhm.
they don't tell me that they sit down and write. Most of the people I have talked to, they don't sit down and write. They are more or less just walking,
Yeah.
and then an idea like pops up in their head, and then you
The
just
pop
write it
in.
down. Exactly, literally they pop in. So I wouldn't be like, hey. So I I can't even really be like, here. A good advice is you need to sit down and write. I feel like you need to like do a lot of walking and open. I don't know how you can open your mind, but basically like do a lot of walking, have an idea in your head, and then just kind of like play around with the idea and just like iterate it over your head over and over and over again until maybe you find something good.
Yeah.
And then if you feel like, hey, this is very, very good, then you can write it down.
I write it down before I think it's because sometimes but don't you have ideas where you're like this is shit now but it could be something?
100, I mean, obviously, most of your ideas are shit.
Yeah, but
Again,
you're saying you only write it down
80%.
if it's really really good?
I mean, so
I
that's
write
like,
down like everything.
it's like, okay, how about this? I'm thinking of it like this. Let's say, hey, I want to write a joke about blood donations.
Uh-huh.
So this is what I'm going to do. I don't have anything yet, so I'm just going to be like walking around and like thinking.
Yeah.
It is going to be stuck in my head, and all I'm doing
You
is
let
like
it marinate as Mark
exactly
Norman says.
marinate. So you basically like let it marinate in your head, and then you start to like iterate. Okay, how can this be funny? How can this be funny? What situations can someone donating blood find themselves in? Let's say, for example, you'll be like, hey, I have started getting into blood donations because I want to give everybody AIDS. Or
Nice.
something like that.
Nice.
So like that is a
Maximum
way.
effect.
That's yeah. That's like a way of like going through it, and then be like, okay, this is a way, and then you can now take that. Okay, okay, this is kind of funny. Let me take it to an open mic. What do other people think?
Mm.
And then if people reject it, you either toss it out or like try to find another way to make it funny.
Yeah. I'm very it's very cool to hear how you think about comedy.
Right. It's very insanely mathematical. Right. It's like I try to make it.
Why do you think that is, Femi?
I don't know. I feel like it's the classes I took and the person that taught me. Like she
So
also.
when you went in, were you just like a blank slate?
I mean, no. I mean, I don't think I was. I feel like for the most part, I did have some ideas, and I was like, hey, I think this might be funny, and I really. It was also like trying to be able to like develop a confidence to be able to like go
Uh-huh.
on a stage as well, because that's the thing. Like, if you try stand up and you've literally like never done public speaking before, chances are you will be shit at it. So it's
Oh
like
yeah.
the classes also basically like teach you like public speaking and being able to like be confident enough
That's crazy.
to speak to a crowd.
Yeah, so what were the classes you were about to say something about her and I cut you off. And what were the classes like?
I mean, the classes were that's the thing is like when people are taking like a class in comedy, you think that it's going to be like, hey, we're going to teach you how to write a joke. But
Yeah.
that's the thing. I don't think that that is an expectation or that is like something people are thinking. Like if you are taking a class in comedy, more likely than not, you already have something in your head that you think is funny.
Hmm.
So I don't think the goal is to teach you how to write a joke. It is to teach you how to be confident enough
Yeah.
to be able to say that in front of people and to probably like get a sense of how to navigate growing as a comedian.
But she also taught you like the attributes of being good at joke writing, though, with like the laughs per minute.
Yeah, exactly.
That's still hammered in.
Yeah, exactly. Which is again a ridiculously good fucking metric.
Did you think she was funny?
Yes, I mean that's the thing. I never saw her do stand up, which was
Oh.
wild. And the major reason we never did is because at the ending of our show,
Uh-huh.
ending of our class, she's supposed to like do stand up to be able to like introduce
Oh,
us.
really?
Yeah, but that's the thing. She wasn't. She was touring like
What? Wait, who is this?
Chelsea Hood.
Chelsea Hood.
Yeah, I mean she's ridiculously like famous in Chicago.
What? Chelsea Hood.
And she
Fuck. So if she's a touring comic, then
yeah. So she did stand up
okay.
I think like Idaho or somewhere. And the goal of our stand up.
Whoa, she opens for Christina P.
No shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
pretty
fucking
cool.
crazy. Wow.
So she's like very, very, very big. And she was touring at the point in time. I think she was in Idaho or something. So she couldn't like do our show. So she had this guy do it, Chris. You know Chris Higgins?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody knows Chris. So Chris opened for us. So I've literally never seen her do stand up before.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay, well at least she has a reputation.
Yeah, I know. Right?
That's cool.
She's freaking killing it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Were there any people? So when you started, did you go to mics with the people from your classes?
Yeah, I mean every single person goes with them. But now I think I'm.
How long did that last? Sorry, I keep cutting you off. What were you saying?
I mean, I think right now I am probably the only one that's really like very insanely consistent with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like the star student essentially. And that's the thing. I feel like the only reason I'm consistent with it is because this is all is
You're gonna say this is all I have.
exactly this is literally
all I have.
This feels like this is all I have. So it's kind of like if I don't do it, then I'm literally like sitting in my house watching Netflix every single day.
Yeah,
And again, that is not productive. So I much rather go out and embarrass myself.
totally. 1,000,000,000,000,000,000%.
Way better.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck else I would do.
Another thing is like again, I had just moved to the city. I needed to make friends. I needed to meet people. I needed to do all
That
stuff.
has always blown my mind when I ask people why they're doing comedy and they're like, to meet people. It's
Right.
like, what? This is like the most painful way to do that.
It's like, why can't you like join a running club or something?
Yeah, I know. Oh my. Yeah, it's also like physically bad for you.
It is.
I've become. I'm not.
Right.
I've just like become way more of a drinker just because of comedy.
Yeah. Because
Especially
I
as
think-
of late.
Right.
But,
Why is it because you're in bars all the time or something?
Yeah, you're in a bar every night.
Right. Exactly.
You know how it
right.
is.
Yeah. The temptation is.
You go from a bar to
high.
a bar to another bar in one night, and you try not having a fucking drink when people are offering you drinks, and you're doing mics where you can just do shots.
Yeah. Take a shot of a mic or something.
Or yeah, Will's, where
Yeah,
he just
Will.
has all that shitty liquor.
Yeah.
When I first started doing that mic, I was like, that's so disgusting. Who would drink from that? And then
yeah, no.
like a month ago, I drank like 7 shots.
So
I literally
funny.
had like 2 on stage, one like 2 before, one when I got off, and then I went to my buddies and had shots there. Oh, it's so stupid.
Yeah, I am happy that when you guys used to come to my mic, it was like soup. We did not give you guys alcohol.
No alcohol.
That was such a great time. I loved it when we had the soup, but we don't have it anymore.
There's no more soup?
Nah.
What happened?
So I mean, it became summer, so it was very very counterintuitive to be like, hey, we're going to
Warm
like,
up with
serve-
some soup?
Exactly.
Well, you're gonna be in luck in the winter then.
I am hoping so, but that's the thing. The girl that used to make this soup, I think she got fired.
fuck.
I mean, plus she also had like a ton of issues with like one other comedian, and I'm like,
With a
why,
comedian?
dude? It was insane. It was very fucking wild.
She didn't like one of the comedians?
Yeah,
Who?
not saying
I'll bleep it.
obviously.
I'll bleep it.
Don't no.
You don't want me to bleep it?
No, not to bleep it. I don't want to say his name.
Okay.
Right, but still,
Is he one of like? Do we like him?
I mean, I don't think you really know him, but
Oh,
basically
okay.
they had like issues and like a huge falling out.
Huh.
So, plus, to be honest, the girl also had like a bunch of issues. So she was like bipolar, or she had one of those mental health issues. So
Oh, that's good.
I mean, but the soup was fire, though. To be honest, like
Soup. That was the first time I've ever had soup in my life.
no shit.
Yeah.
Dude, high fucking five. Nice.
First ever bowl of soup was. Drew has a picture of it.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was a big deal.
Nice. No, I'm happy that was your first time.
All right. Well, let's go through the timeline of you getting into stand up. So, you take that class. What?
Right.
Just keep going back. Just keep going before. So you take that class. What were you doing before that class? What were you doing before that?
I mean,
And
to
then
be
just
honest,
keep going
literally before that
until you were born.
okay, very fucking funny. Before the class, I literally had nothing because I took the class in like October,
Okay.
and I was not doing anything throughout it. Like I wasn't going out at night. I wasn't meeting people. So it was like, hey,
You weren't hitting the clubs.
dude. Fuck no, dude. I don't drink. So no, obviously no.
Is there a reason you don't drink?
No, I mean, I just don't. I don't like the taste. Number one.
Yeah,
and
it tastes
number
like shit.
It does taste like shit. So it's like, why am I like putting myself
But
through
it's
that?
so good.
Like, dude, why are you staring at my feet? And saying
No,
this is so
I was
good?
looking over there. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So
Damn, I didn't mean to.
basically, I wasn't meeting people, and I was like, shit, I need to meet people.
Uh-huh.
Plus, another very very unique canon event happened. So basically, like one of my roommates, he lit the house on fire.
Oh.
I am the honest with you, it was very very wild. So I came back home like on a Sunday, and he plugged a bunch of like electronics into like the outlets, so he
Yeah.
like overloaded the electricity in the house, and it started a very very small fire. So I tried to put it out like with this thing.
So
the
you
fire
like open the
extinguisher.
door coming back in the house. There's just a fire.
I mean, so you need to go upstairs, and then this thing, then you can literally smell it.
Uh-huh.
So I got the fire extinguisher. I tried to turn it off. I couldn't put out the fire. So I basically kind of like evacuated the building. I'm like, call the fire department.
Oh,
Tried
shit.
literally like saved.
You're like, call the police.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was literally like that. So saved the apartments, quote unquote, saved the apartments, and
my
my
God.
landlord was so impressed. So my landlord basically like gave me like half of my rent. So like, sure, like, hey, just pay half of rent.
Sure. For the
So,
rest of the
yeah.
time?
Yeah, no, not for the rest of the time.
Oh,
but,
just
like,
1 month?
exactly. I
They,
mean,
they didn't
still-
care that much.
I mean,
No, but no, that's still pretty big.
Still very very big. So I basically had like a shit ton of money. I'm like, okay, I have this additional money. Why not just pay for a class? So
Sure.
So basically, the canon event
Whoa.
is my
So
roommate starting a fire.
no, wait. So if that fire didn't start, you don't think you would have pulled the trigger?
I might not have done it because I feel like for the most part I
Damn.
would have considered going traveling to New York because I was very 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 obsessed with New York. I mean, I've never been. I still haven't been.
Whoa.
But by then I was very, very like obsessed. So chances are, like, if I had the money, I was like, stand up classes or going to New York.
Yeah.
But then it was pretty much like, hey, you already have like this money had already been budgeted for that, and now it opened up. So I was just like, screw it.
Why are you obsessed with New York?
I
Why
don't
not?
know,
Why not New Jersey?
I mean, fuck New Jersey too.
What the fuck, dude?
There's a shit ton of Africans there. But okay.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I bet. Obviously, but for the most part, it's like New York. Every single like TV shows, sitcoms,
Uh-huh.
all of them are set in New York. So it's just like 100%. Like my favorite TV shows are set in New York. So I'm like, hey, I want to go and experience that, as opposed to Chicago, where there's barely anything that is set in Chicago.
Yeah.
Maybe just like the Bear. There's also
And that's
the
new,
Shire.
too.
Yeah, and it's also
Yeah.
kind of new.
Chicago Fire Department.
Yeah, so, but I
know.
mean, they also have that. There's like NYPD Blues and things like that.
Yeah.
But again,
That's interesting. Yeah, that's true though.
There's very, very, very little is literally set in Chicago.
Were you obsessed with the LA then? Because I feel like that has the second most representation, like Hollywood.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like LA has a very, very shitty reputation.
It does.
It
Fuck
does.
LA.
Like, people don't like it. It's like, all the people like, oh my gosh, I am going to my kombucha or something. Like, it's
Wow.
very, very like overly liberal, overly like chill. And there's also like the homelessness problem and things like that. So it's like,
It's pretty bad.
yeah. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh shit. But I know that you've been to like Colorado a bunch of times, right?
Just I mean like 2 or 3 times, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's three more times more than me. So
In Colorado, it was bad.
no, I mean
You're I went to San Diego.
Oh, okay.
It was. I mean, yeah, it was pretty bad.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, a bunch of homeless people on
not a bunch, but like, I'd say more than Chicago.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Everybody loves San Diego because it's like great weather all year long.
It was so mid.
Oh yeah.
Chicago's way better.
Dude, no, Chicago sucks, dude.
What? Fuck you, Chicago?
When it gets cold, it's
Oh
the
my
worst
god, you're
thing
such
ever.
a pussy. I can't
I
believe
hate
this.
the cold.
I love
The cold is
cold.
the worst thing ever. It's
I live
very
in the cold.
dude, do not like it at all. Wait, where did you grow up in?
New Jersey.
Oh, okay, that's
cold
why.
part.
Right, the cold part of New Jersey.
I can't stand the heat. I just can't deal with it.
Nah,
Heat is suffocating. I mean, we have an Australian friend
right.
who I
Oh,
stayed
is your
with.
brother's friend?
My mom's boyfriend.
Oh shit! Dude,
My brother stayed with.
Five to your mom already.
Congrats, mom. He's super cool.
Nice.
But
you have a new daddy. Almost.
that was a weird thing to say.
Yeah, I know it was very freaking weird. I feel ashamed.
But you have to say like daddy, because it would be
shit,
Australian.
right.
Anyway, he has this argument where he's like, cold is so horrible. Heat, it's just mental. Heat's just
Alright.
mental, and I think it's the complete opposite, where it's like you can't escape heat. It's just suffocating, but cold you can just put on layers and just be a man.
And alright.
You know?
But that's the thing. Like with heat, you can take off.
But I'm at nothing. I could walk around. I walk around
Absolutely
naked.
and
You
it's-
can't
it's
take off
still-
more. You can always
Exactly.
put on more.
Right. Ironically, like I used to work with a woman, and she also said that she like cold sucks. Like no, heat sucks because
Yeah.
you literally can't.
You can't
take off
escape
more.
it.
Yeah, you literally can't.
It's just like I got to my underpants and I'm still dying. What do
And
you
it's
want me to
still
do?
very, very
Cold, you
freaking
can
hot.
like just buy like a thermal.
A
And
very,
it just
very,
feels
very
like you're always having
thick.
a hug.
right.
And then when it's cold too, you appreciate things more in life.
yeah,
When it's cold and you're like going to an open mic and then you go inside the Lincoln Lodge or
and
something
it's
and
like
it's warm,
very
you're like,
warm.
ah.
It feels very, very, very nice.
Comedy does better when it's cold.
Yeah, it really does.
lot more-
But that thing, I feel
yeah.
like it's because it's dark. It gets very dark very early.
That part sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that also. God, that part sucks. That's the depressing part.
Yeah, it really is. It
The
is
cold
very
is
freaking-
fine.
Yeah, no, I don't like the cold at all. To be honest, the thing with the cold is I haven't been like properly dressed for it. Like literally the past like 4 years since I've
Yeah.
been here. I literally haven't been like properly
What are you
dressed for
wearing?
it. So that's things like
A
this.
t-shirt?
Yeah, kind of like a t-shirt, and like it just my jacket isn't thick enough.
Yeah.
And my jacket is very, very, very light. So
Uh-huh.
that's the thing. I need to like
You do
do
invest.
that exactly. Literally invest in a very good jacket. I also don't wear long johns because I'm like, why would a man, as a man, why should you be wearing long johns? Like,
Whoa, this is a sex thing?
it isn't a sex thing. It is more or less like, why are you wearing 2 layers? Like, why are you wearing this thing? What's it called?
So you're saying that like men should just suck it up?
Men?
Tights?
I mean, why are you literally wearing a long john?
I've never thought of that.
No,
When
that's the thing. It
I don't wear
doesn't-
long johns, but
I mean, exactly. It just doesn't feel manly.
not because of that. I mean, if you're just wearing long johns, then you look like you're like a little kid in pajamas. But
Right. So you need
I've
to
never
like,
thought I looked feminine. Actually, no, dude, I could put on some long johns in front of you right now.
don't please.
Okay, I won't.
So basically, so you wear long johns and then you now wear like a trouser on top of it.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
I feel like
it's not that weird.
I feel like it is very, very feminine.
Wait,
And
why
you
is that feminine?
It's kind of like the trousers essentially. Like, why are you wearing?
First of all, I haven't
like
heard someone
tights.
call them trousers since
Okay.
like the 80s.
Right. It's like trousers is very, very
Do you
like.
just mean pants?
Yeah, pants, exactly.
Okay, like thick pants?
Not even really like thick pants, but it's like, okay, yes, you are wearing thick pants, and then you also have like long johns under it, and it
That's
feels like
feminine.
it does feel
Is
kind
it feminine because of the way they're dressed or because they can't deal with it?
I feel like it's one because they can't deal with it. I also feel like it is kind of tight.
So both.
No, it's kind of like, what's that thing that women wear that is like very, very
Yoga
tight?
pants?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like yoga
Yeah.
pants. Like, why are you wearing yoga pants and then wearing something on top of it?
You don't have
as
to
well?
get the suffocating ones though.
Huh.
They're not all skin tight.
Huh.
Some of them let the boys breathe. I know you got a huge hammer, man.
Yeah, I do. This is
but
the
you
biggest hammer,
You
yes.
can, like, put it down one of the sides of the legs
Right.
in your long john.
I mean, I never considered
They're
that.
called long johns, dude. They're for guys with long johns.
Yeah, exactly. Guys like me. Dude, we need to get like a Long John sponsorship right now. I'm like, yeah.
Well, they hate you. You just said their product is feminine.
It does feel very rare. I mean, to be honest, Long Johns are just not my thing. Plus,
Such a crazy. Long johns, not my thing.
nah, not my thing at all. Plus, also like wearing shoes, like the shoes.
I have noticed that. You
Right.
let the dogs out a lot.
I would much. I mean, again, once it is warm, I would much rather just like have my.
I don't own
This thing.
sandals
No shit.
or flip flops.
Why not? They're very insanely convenient. Okay.
Socked up.
It is. They are very, very convenient.
That was for
So
the boys.
Yeah, exactly. the gay guys need it.
Yeah.
It is very, very convenient to like literally just
Yeah, that is nice.
like see, boom.
But also, it's fun to like slide around in socks. You can like run down a hallway and then like do like a hockey stop.
Right.
You can't do that barefoot.
Okay, can you walk out of your house wearing only socks?
Yeah.
How far will you be able to get?
Farther than you barefoot.
Oh yeah.
Actually, not you specifically, because you could probably outwalk like most of the planet.
I'm 100% sure.
Yeah,
I
you're
can't.
built for that. I mean, the socks are gonna deteriorate, but I'll keep walking.
Right, and eventually you would literally be barefoot.
Yeah.
that's the way I
Well,
guess
no,
it
my
gets.
ankles would be warm.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see that happening.
I mean, yes, but how far are you gonna walk barefoot? Where the fuck are you walking in the city of Chicago barefoot?
But that's the thing. Is like it's not about like walking bare feet. It's about convenience. Like, see, if I should remove this is
I
literally.
think socks are more convenient because I can put on sneakers when I need to.
Okay.
Well, okay. Can you like? Do you do stand up with your sandals on? If you have a show, are you just gonna have sandals on?
I wore sandals on our show. At the Rose Battle. So this
Oh
is
yeah,
my
they made jokes about that.
this is literally my logic. I'm thinking that, okay, how can I not make a decision? Like, how can I reduce the amount of decisions I can make? That way I can free my brain up
Oh,
for
that's
more
why you wear
higher level.
sandals?
I am dead
For
ass
more
with you.
AIDS jokes.
Exactly, for more higher level decisions. Because that's the thing, is like, if I'm wearing sandals right now, I don't need to think about the kind of shoes. I don't need. I can. How long is it going to take you to like wear shoes and wear socks?
Not long.
Okay, let's say a minute.
A minute. But in that time where I'm tying my shoe,
Okay.
I think about the shoe that I'm putting on. And then I think, okay, this was like the Sabrina one.
Right.
This is made by a WNBA player,
Right.
or it's their signature shoe. And then I think about Caitlin Clark, my sweet baby girl.
Ew. Well, okay. Continue.
And
I
then
mean, I don't see it.
It's about greatness.
I mean, I can see Angel Reese. I can't see Caitlin Clark.
What?
I know. He's like, wow.
What the fuck is
like,
wrong
how
with you?
do I
She
like
looks
a
like
black
Sid the
woman?
Sloth.
I mean, to an extent, but still, like,
You can't admit that and then stand by that.
She's built different. I mean, great body, like ridiculously great body. She kind of looks
Look at
like
the numbers, man.
I don't support.
stats.
I don't support women. I will the WNBA.
Disclaimer.
Exactly. I don't watch it. To be honest, I don't even really like sports. But I'm just like
But
saying,
especially
like,
not women's sports.
especially not just.
Just to clarify your stance on sports.
So, but still, it's more or less like, for me, wearing this is literally saving time. and like freeing up my brain for higher level decisions, which is a very,
That's
very
such
lazy way of saying like,
no, that is such a
bam,
to justify not wearing
shoes.
to justify not having shoes and be like, yeah, I just have to make super high level decisions. So I gotta have my toes in your face. So you gotta see this shit. It's a good excuse.
I know it is a very, very. I have been coasting through life, just been like, higher level decisions only,
Yeah.
please.
Also, my feet would get super sunburnt.
No shit.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. The tops of my feet, because they never see the sun. So if they see it for like 2
The
seconds,
first time, and you're like, whoa.
boom, dead.
No, Harry. So you're kind of like a vampire or something.
I am.
Yeah,
You
obviously.
have no idea. You have the hair.
Right.
I have skin. It's horrible. It really no. It seriously is. Neil, I was gonna do a joke about how I was oppressed by the sun, and then Neil Brennan did it and put it in his special, and it was way better than anything I would have ever made. But like, I truly am just like allergic to the sun.
Right.
It's actually fucked up.
I
will
mean,
get, dude. I'll go for a car ride on a 40-degree day, and I'll get burnt through the window.
Wait. 40, like, as in
Fahrenheit.
And that's like cold, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
It'll be like a cloudy day and not warm, and I will still like.
Still gets, like,
I'll look in the mirror at
sunburn.
the end of the day, and the back of my neck will be toasted. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. I'm gonna die of skin cancer. It's like a lock. It's 100% lock.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why you hate the sun, right? Or summer. And
Yeah,
things
so
like that,
winter.
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
but even then, I still get burnt, but not as bad, obviously.
Right.
Do you even have to put on sunscreen?
No, why would I?
I don't know, because I had a black neighbor, and she
Right.
told me, she was pretty black,
Yeah.
and she was like, well, there's black and there's black.
Right.
Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
very, very, very. Nah, I'm good with sun. I don't need sunscreen.
But I remember I asked her when I was little, I was like, do you get sunburnt? And she was like, yeah, I do. I get blacker. And I was like, what?
Like way more tan or something.
That's crazy.
Like, how can she get blacker?
But she still had to put sunscreen on, is my point,
Okay.
which is wild.
I mean, honestly, I don't get it. Like, because that's the thing, your skin is not going to peel. Like, when you get sunburns, what is that like?
It's fucking horrible. It's like your entire insides are boiling.
Oh shit.
No, you've never had sunburn.
No.
God, dude, it's actually horrible. It's really horrible. It literally just feels like. Have you ever had a rug burn, like an Indian rug burn?
Yeah, or something like when you like scrape your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like that, but it doesn't end.
Oh,
And like, if you get it like on your neck or like a joint, every time you move, it hurts. It literally is a burn. Like if you like burned your finger with a candle, it like feels like that, but all over.
Dang. How long does it last for?
It depends how bad it is.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, dude. When I was in Australia, I got fucking torched, and literally for like 2 weeks after that, more than that. I was dealing with like, I had blisters that popped, and then I had like all the skin peeling, and I just was like, all the skin from like here to like here, just all of it peeled off.
Oh.
And it's not all. You wake up and there's skin all over your fucking pillow, and then you have to like take a shower and rub all of it off.
You guys are like reptiles or something.
Yeah. Dude, I literally look like in a lot of stand-up photos of me, there's like the spotlight shining on me.
Yeah.
And there's no
That's
contrast.
Oh yeah.
We both don't have contrast.
Right.
Mine is all white and yours is all,
oh, literally all black.
But like I just look like an albino lizard under a heat lamp. It's bad. It's so bad. And I have like the pasty eyes too.
That's so freaking hilarious.
You know that because of blue eyes, it's like more sensitive to light.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. And I just was always like, why do I have to squint? And then I got sunglasses, changed my life.
Oh shit.
And now I just wear them everywhere. But literally, if I don't have sunglasses, not only am I getting burnt by the sun, but I also can't see. I literally am like, I feel like I got like flashbanged in Call of Duty.
So pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to learn about white people and the challenges that they suffer.
We have the most challenges.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, some might even say not enough. You guys need more.
It's hard for us to get booked.
This is the hardest thing about.
I was gonna talk about that, dude. You're on like every roast battle poster I see.
Yeah, it's not on not all of them, but still a decent amount.
You're on a lot.
To be honest, I feel like my run is coming to an end.
Why? Why do you keep predicting? You're like the Mayan calendar.
No, But one, I am basically kind of like running out of jokes already, like running out of roast. So I need to like
But
actually like sit down and write
yeah.
a bunch of them more.
So you don't write person to person?
No. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I feel like you don't necessarily have to like write person to person, but if you
I feel
can
like
like,
I have to. I feel like I can't do it any other way.
oh
It's
shit.
impossible.
I mean, doesn't you just like think of something and maybe. I mean, a very very good trick is this. Let's say you have a joke that bombs. Chances
Check.
are, exactly. Chances are it will make a very very good roast.
No.
I
How do
mean,
you give an example?
oh, let me see. Let me
No.
see. Fuck. How do I? Hey, chill.
So are you saying you impose the
Wait.
horribleness of that joke?
To the person,
Wait, does that
essentially.
mean that you tried the joke about a hibachi chef at Planned Parenthood before you gave it to me?
I mean, I know. Ironically, no, I hadn't actually tried it, but because that's the thing, I no, yeah, I hadn't, but I did consider trying it. So my goal was to try to like make that into like a proper joke, like a standalone joke, and be like, hey, I met this guy,
Uh-huh.
and he's a hibachi chef, and he spent years training at Planned Parenthood. But that's the thing, it doesn't like feel very, very funny.
Yeah.
But if you be like, hey, this is Harry. Harry spent is an excellent hibachi chef. He spent years training at Planned Parenthood. It works better as
Boom.
a roast as opposed to like maybe
Yeah,
a
that's true.
standalone joke. So that's like an example essentially.
But I can't write like that could be applicable to anybody, you know?
Exactly.
Which I
That's
know is the allure of it
right.
to you, but for me like every single one of my joke only works for you.
Only works for that person, yeah.
And for me that's like part of like I want it to be personal. I think it should be,
Right.
you know?
Okay. I mean,
Because like if I cuz Ariel told me, which was such a good piece of advice.
I mean, I wouldn't take advice from her, but okay, because she's not because
Whoa.
she's Jewish, because she's a woman. Okay,
That was a good save, dude.
I
I was
know,
worried. I was worried you'd be in hot water.
I was very, very hot water.
Do you want me to bleep you saying that?
Please do.
Okay, that's awesome. It's all right. But she gave me a very good piece of advice, which was, it's a very visual thing because the audience can only see that person.
Right.
So like some people will try to roast like intrinsic qualities or like past trauma of them, and it doesn't work as well.
Right.
But if you can make fun of them for something that the audience can also see,
Right.
that's why like half my jokes are about how like how dark you are or like how African you
Right.
are, you know?
Okay.
Like those jokes aren't gonna work on Owen Damon.
Yeah, obviously.
You know what I
Nah.
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, but doesn't that like? I mean, honestly, it is very, very smart. Like again, Ariel is ridiculously smart. I'm not even surprised. You know, she started a company, and she
Hmm?
was on Shark Tank.
What?
Yeah, Ariel. Like for real, she did start a company.
Wait, she did what?
She started a company.
A company?
Sorry, a company.
Company.
Yeah, a company.
What's the company? Wait,
I
she was
think-
on Shark Tank?
Yeah, it was
Are you fucking kidding?
I'm dead ass. Like she was doing like sex toys or something.
She was on the show.
Yeah, on the show.
We could watch the clip of that.
I really think you can. And it was like sex toys or something.
The podcast fans are gonna have to wait. I need to look up. There's no. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen it, but I'm sure that someone told me about it.
There's
But
no way this is true.
She was on Shark Tank and she started a company that does
Well, now
like
it's extremely
sex
obvious who
toys
you
or
talked
something.
about. I can't find it. No.
I mean, honestly, more likely just ask this guy Bob King. Chances are he'd be able to like. You know, she also has like a YouTube channel or something. So again, she's insanely smart, very ridiculously like insanely talented. But I mean, I would say that my issue with it is if you only want to be like on what they see, then your entire roast is going to be like down to, hey, this person looks like this person looks like this person looks like this.
No, that's true. That's true.
And
You
then,
need both. You need
yeah.
both. But I think, yeah, that's a very good point. Because some people just do.
Yeah, you
exactly
look
what
like
you
this.
said.
You look like this. You look
It's
like
very
this.
lazy. But there's ways to say it where you're not just saying they look like.
yeah, another
There's like
thing.
creative ways to do it.
Yeah, it becomes less, or it becomes more predictable. And I mean, it isn't going to be predictable, but like that structure of, hey, this person looks like this. Again, it is somewhat predictable, and if you want to base it
Yeah.
on like visually or on what
Yeah.
the this thing can the audience can see.
What is the most fucked up joke you have in your Rolodex right now?
I mean, the funniest, basically the funniest one that really worked is the one I did with Owen Damon, when I was like, he is the emoji for rape, and everybody freaking loved that one. I was so close to not saying it, very, very, very close to not saying
It's
it,
very
and
economical.
it is
He is the emoji for rape.
yeah, exactly. It's like very, very short, very, very to the point, less than 15 seconds. Hopefully, people laugh.
Yeah. Dude, I watched your battle with Harold Patrick,
All right.
and the crowd was not on your guys' side.
They weren't.
It was like the for all of that show, the crowd
Uh,
was weird in
huh.
Rosemont.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that entire day, like most people didn't do
Like you
that
should have gotten
well.
more, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Like most people didn't do that well, but to be honest, I think ours wasn't shitty.
No, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that night, like we roasted in Rosemont, I was nervous to do that because of the crowd in the show prior to that.
Right,
Because I had watched the Patreon
yeah.
and like every single battle,
Right.
the crowd was like
yeah, it was very
nervous.
tepid.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. Kind of tepid. But still.
Yeah, but they were really good,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, ours did so freaking good. In Rosemont, that was such a great one.
Do you change your set list for a different crowd, or do you just fucking
That's the
ride
thing,
or die?
You can't tell you what your crowd is going to be, right?
Yeah,
You honestly, truly can't. Like that's
you can
like
have an
what-
idea though.
I mean, okay, if you are doing
If
it
you're
for
performing at a
like a business or something,
pro-Palestine
right?
or
Very, very,
anti, wait,
or a very MAGA crowd or something.
yeah, exactly. You just got a MAGA corporate gig.
Yeah, exactly, or something like that.
Are you changing your material?
Dude, my material works so well with them. They will fucking love that shit. They will eat it up. They're like, we need that African. Like,
Yeah,
let's kick out the rest of them and keep him.
That's so true. Yeah, you'd probably fucking be his VP.
Yeah, I know. They will freaking love me. a
Femi
lot.
for vice president. Yeah.
Yeah, I went out with this girl that was very, very MAGA. Like, a couple days
No
ago.
fucking way.
I'm dead ass with you. It's honestly, she was perfect, like legitimately perfect. And but then she was like, hey, she
As a
doesn't.
all-around package, or just all right.
Basically, she was like, she doesn't believe in the moon landing. I'm like,
Oh
"Yes."
no
Like,
way! How did you get to that point in conversation where you figured that out?
why? Honestly, I can't. Wait, chill.
I'm chill.
I'm sure that we're talking about like conspiracies.
Okay.
And we're like having ice cream, and she's like, hey, I don't believe in the moon landing. And then she's also like, Dr. Fauci killed a bunch of people. And I'm like, bro, why? Like,
Wait,
don't say stupid shit.
Slow down, slow down. She said the moon landing thing. Did
Yeah,
you
she said
burst
that
out
you-
laughing? Or were you just like...
No, I was very disappointed. Because that's the thing, is like, a girl can be stupid. Okay, it is very, very fine if they are stupid. But that's the thing, if your boobs aren't big enough
Oh my god.
to like support the stupidity, chances are you just look at her and like, god damn it. It's like, don't be
her boobs weren't big
stupid.
enough to support her stupidity?
Yeah, it just wasn't. It's like at that point in time, I was like, it sucks. I want to still go out with her, but now I'm just like, losing her was not painful. It wasn't as painful, but it's just like, don't say stupid shit like that. Then she's
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty bad.
yeah, she's like, Dr. Fauci was killing a bunch of people. I'm like, seriously, Dr. Fauci? Like, what did the guy ever do for you? But to be honest, like, it got me thinking, like, okay, how can you, like, write a joke about Dr. Fauci and, like,
You
all
should
of
write a
this?
joke about this whole thing.
Yeah, I know, it would be very, very fun to
Wait,
write.
so what did she think? Why did she think we faked the moon landing?
No,
Did you ask her about it?
no, I mean, I did ask her. I think she said something about, like, the Soviets, that we were trying to beat the Soviets to get to the moon. And she didn't necessarily, like, say that. She did say that they did fake the moon landing, but she's like, hey, they did go back after to, like, plant the flag. And I'm like,
So we just faked the first one.
basically said that they faked the first one and then they went back to, like, plant the flag. And I'm like,
I
bro.
might be on board now.
Why?
No, I'm kidding.
It
I'm
is
kidding.
absolutely fucking insane.
That is a cool caveat though.
Right. But the girl, like,
To be like, no, they just faked the first one.
yeah, just the first one.
And then they were like, all right, let's cover that shit up.
Yeah, but she got very, like, very, very mad at me, like, very disappointed.
She
She's
got mad
like,
at you?
yeah, she's like, no. So basically, like, we were walking, and then we saw a Planned Parenthood, and I
Okay.
was like, that place is so freaking cool. And she was like, you piece of shit. It was like, abortion is murder. Life begins at conception, like 1 hour after you nursing the girl. And I'm like, bro, it is not that deep, dude. Abortion is simple.
She's so open.
Yeah, no, no, very, very. I'm just like, if you can't take care of a child, if you don't have the financial resources and the financial bandwidth and the emotional bandwidth to take care of a child and to provide like a stable growth environment for a child, I hate to break it to you, you should not be raising a child. And don't be like, hey, I am going to like have the baby and then now go and like put the baby up for adoption. I'm like, so you would, so you mean to tell me that you would have a child and then you make that child someone else's responsibility?
Uh-huh.
Again, it is a dick move. But I'm just like saying, like, if you,
Literally is a dick
it
move.
literally is a freaking dick move. And I'm just like, it isn't so much. It's coming more or less from a position of a child is a huge emotional and financial investment. And if for any reason at all you can't properly create avenues of success for that child, what you're going to do is you're going to make that child suffer an insane amount, and you really
Couldn't that make
shouldn't.
them really funny though?
I mean, it would make them ridiculously funny, but still, like, why should someone have to endure a lifetime of suffering to be able to like get somewhere? Because those things like
It's fair.
a lot of success, a lot of the success that we see and that we idolize, in lots of ways, many of them, not all of them, were gotten through like a ton of struggle. Many of them are gotten through, hey, I had this awesome parents that were able to like provide for me. They were able to give me like the financial security to be able to pursue my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jeff Bezos got a $300,000 loan from his.
You're just saying nepotism.
Yeah, I'm just saying like nepotism is good. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
small loan of $1 million or whatever.
right. So it's like if you can't properly take care of a child and you are in a situation whereby you need to like make a decision on, hey, should I abort this child or not? Chances are you probably should.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dick move, and
If you're
I
at a
don't.
coin flip,
Yeah, why would you put it by coin flip? I mean,
someone's had to have done that.
I'm 100% sure someone has done
Heads. Fuck. Oh man.
that. Yeah, I need to keep the child right now. That's so freaking
All right.
hilarious.
Double or nothing.
Double or
Twins.
nothing.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I guess the question I mean I agree, but then it's always like, yeah, but this is like your thing with being accepting death.
Right.
Because like if you could choose between you being aborted or you get a
Right.
chance.
So you mean to tell me if I could choose between not having this awesome life?
I guess it's basically, would you rather have a shitty existence or no existence at all?
Right. Okay.
You know?
Right.
But I mean, I agree. Like if you're not in also, I mean, all abortions are not created equal. If you're aborting the kid a day before you're about to be born,
All right.
the kid's about to be born,
Right. Right when your water is breaking or something.
yeah, exactly. But if it's like a
Like
2 days before or whatever, go to town.
Yeah, go to
Yeah.
town.
Anything before that, it's not a kid.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking lump of cells.
Literally a lot of
think.
cells.
Yeah. We'd read this book. I think it was called Breath, Eyes, Memory in my Women in Writing class in college, which is a class that I took. You would have
What?
hated it, dude. And
My question is, why would you take that class? Like, what value did you want it to give you? Were you trying to like get laid?
no.
No shit. Okay, that's
No. Those were not the demographic that I sought after.
Okay, nice. What demographic do you typically search after? Heavyweights, obese.
No, that's you. Come on. You're projecting so hard. I seek after the Caitlin Clark types.
Oh shit. So
Greatness.
tomboys. Okay, nice.
Dude, shut the fuck. She's beautiful. She's elegant. Have you
Again.
seen her move? Have you seen her BTB passes?
I literally haven't, but please continue.
You should watch them.
Okay.
Okay, but genuinely, my ideal woman is just like a I mean, my Instagram Explore page has figured out that I love female tennis players.
Oh
It's
shit.
basically just like any woman that's at the top of their profession,
Oh.
whether it's athletic or like, dude, I almost went on on a fucking date with this Turkish girl
Shit,
who
nice.
had like, she was doing a PhD and
Right.
she had like these, she was doing like facial reconstruction
Right.
shit where she like 3D printed people's faces.
Nice.
And I looked at her LinkedIn and I was on the fence about going on a date with her. And then I found her LinkedIn and I was
Yeah.
like,
Hell
oh
no.
my God, yes.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
dude, because that's like that's super hot. Just
Right.
being really good at anything.
Right.
So attractive. That's
Oh,
why
shit.
Caitlin Clark's great at basketball.
Yeah.
She's good at that. And then also, if she has the aptitude to do that, then I feel like she probably has the aptitude to be
A good mother.
to excel in like other facets of her life. Yeah,
Right.
be a good mother. You know, be funny.
Right. Do you like those women because you are secretly a sub?
I think I'm not secretly a sub.
Oh, okay. So you're openly a sub. You
What does
want to
that
be
mean? What does that
dominated.
mean?
It's like sub and dom, like
Yeah, I
dominated.
know what that. But
Oh, yeah.
like, what is that? Does that mean that like I want a woman that's just like better than me at everything?
Yeah, more or less a woman that will like crush your balls or something.
Oh, I don't physically want her to crush my balls, but I want her to like. I've said this before.
Tie you
I want a
up.
woman to like ragdoll me intellectually. I want to date a woman that just like kicks my ass in chess.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's so
oh,
hot
honestly,
because then my
that's-
kids are gonna be able to be smart,
Right.
and that's cool.
Oh, shit,
And I
that's-
can be like, yeah, because I feel like I'm like, if I'm with somebody where I'm like punching up, I don't want to say punching in this context,
Right.
but if I'm with somebody that's like out of my league
Yeah.
in some category by a lot, I see that as like a positive reflection of myself because
Right.
I'm able to
like do
be
better.
with that.
Right.
Yeah, I can't do better. Like they're like the best that I can get.
And you actually have it.
Yeah, it's like even better than what I thought I could get.
Right.
And then because of that, my kids are gonna be sick.
Oh,
And dude, it's
shit.
all about how sick your kids are.
Right. I mean, exactly. I mean, I truly agree.
If your kids are sick, you have a good life.
Yeah. Huh. I mean, I never
think.
literally thought of it like I want a woman I can control.
God
A woman
damn it, Femi.
that wouldn't leave me.
I know. I like about 40 minutes ago, you said you were like acquiring women, and I was like, oh my! It sounds like you're trading them for like a donkey.
Right.
You want to control your woman? Your
I mean,
lady?
to be honest, not even so much like control.
That's why
it's
this MAGA lady pissed you off.
like, right. No, trust me. She was done already.
No, I
But
know, I know.
It's like, it's not so much. I feel w- for marriage, it's more or less like you want a woman that you can feel safe with. A woman that wouldn't leave you when you cry or if you cry.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
totally.
like most women,
This is the love thing.
yeah,
Allowing yourself to be destroyed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Giving someone the capacity to destroy you and trusting that they wouldn't. Because that's like most women, if they see a man crying, they don't understand it. Like they don't know how to react. Like they immediately sense that as weakness and
Yeah.
they reject it.
Of course.
And it's like a woman that knows that, hey, this is someone that is hurting and this is someone that does need me, and how can I create comfort for the person? Because I think you're going to be
That's
very,
so
very
hot.
scared in life, and you want to be able to, like, someone that will hold you through it.
Uh huh. That was a very beautiful answer.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. When was the last time you cried?
Oh, very, very. I'm sure I've been doing that shit a lot. I think it was most like last month or 2 months ago. I cried dude. I cried the day that Trump got shot.
You were that sad about it?
No, I wasn't. It was about a totally different thing. But I did cry the day he got shot. It was so.
You should write a joke about that.
Like I cried when he got shot, but it wasn't because of him. It was something else more.
Okay.
Dude, guys need to cry. We all need to cry a lot.
I mean, you consider once a month a lot.
I mean, to be honest, once enough is probably not enough, but still.
Last time I cried was 9/11.
Oh yeah, nice. Talk about alpha male here has never cried. Hasn't cried since he was a child.
Yeah, I remember.
That's pretty cool.
How old are you? Do you remember 9/11?
Yes, I mean, yes, I do. No, I don't. I wasn't in the country then, so I mean, it doesn't have any. There's no significant. I don't.
9/11 wasn't a national
I
or
mean, it was for
international.
you guys, but I mean, it wasn't like international for me. I'm like, I don't remember it particularly at that point in
You
time.
weren't celebrating. You
Eh,
weren't
yeah,
jumping up and down.
I wasn't celebrating.
That's shocking.
I was like, what's four? So I'm 100% sure I don't remember it at all.
Damn. So, when did you come to America
No,
for the
like
first time?
literally like January 2020 was when I
How did
moved.
that happen?
No, I came for grad school.
Where did you go to grad school?
Missouri SNC, so Missouri University of Science and Technology. So it's like literally in the middle of Missouri, Podong, Missouri.
How did you land on that?
Yeah, no, my friend was literally studying there, so I have like family
Uh huh.
that was already in America, and he was studying there,
Yeah.
and so I just like okay, it was obviously like a perfect fit. Like, hey, I know you, you know me. Please let us be friends. I'm not even just so much like what we basically are family.
Yeah.
So it just made sense.
So, do you think America is the greatest?
Dude, America sucks. I'm kidding.
What
America
do you
is
actually think about it?
no America is to be able to live here is truly a blessing. It really, really is. Like every day I am here, I'm thankful.
For what?
I mean, the opportunities here are insane.
How so?
It literally. What? How about look at this? You know what that is?
A light.
Stable electricity, not just light. It is literally stable electricity. Like people in Nigeria don't necessarily have that yet.
Uh huh.
We don't have like constant
Did you?
electricity. No.
Wow.
So it's like, I mean, there was like a Christmas, and I think maybe that was like 2012 or 2011, and basically like Christmas, the week right before Christmas, and the day of Christmas, we didn't have electricity for an entire week. It wasn't
Damn.
until like Boxing Day that then we had electricity. So I'm like looking at this. This is a huge blessing. To be honest, even when I moved to America, because the light was on throughout the entire day. At some point in time, I had to like turn it off, just because it was like freaking me out. Because it's just like way too much electricity
Yeah.
than I am used to.
Just stays on.
It just stays on. Doesn't like this is a huge blessing. That even if that is all it is, like it still is. But again, America presents so much opportunities, and I feel like more Americans need to leave to be able to understand that hey, I have it very very good, and they need to stop complaining.
Yeah, dude. We complain so much,
I
don't
mean,
we?
but that's the thing is like Americans complaining is a very good thing because that's the thing when you guys complain, it improves the entire situation of the country. Like you complained at some point in time, someone complained, "Hey, the electricity is not enough."
Oh, I've never thought of that
Right.
that way. That's a really good way of thinking that.
It is a very good thing. Like Americans complains,
And
Nigerians adapt, and that is why we've suffered as much as we have. Because that's the thing. Like as so right now in Nigeria, the value inflation is absolutely insane. It's like very, very, very wild. Because when I moved to America, you could convert like $1 equaled about 400 naira.
what's the conversion on that?
So basically, like $1 is 400 naira.
But what is 400? Like, what is does the so
Like
does
how
one
far does
American dollar
yeah?
just worth a ton? Is that because I don't know how like what the usual value? What's the regular ratio of that currency to the U.S. dollar?
I mean, it's basically like that.
Like, what can you buy with that?
Oh, like with 400. I mean, when I left, so it's like a decent meal. Like you can have a
So
very,
it's like
very
20 bucks or something.
yeah, yeah. It
Okay.
feels like $20.
Okay. Sweet.
And right now, when it is somewhere about like $1 is equals to 1,500.
Whoa.
So it's like inflation is absolutely insane, and your money does not go as far as you need it to go, as far as it's used to go,
Mm-hmm.
and as opposed to really complaining, and which Nigerians have been doing a lot, and there have been a lot of protests. But that's the thing, as opposed to Americans that will complain, Nigerians would literally just adapt. So instead of being like, hey, my money can't buy me all these things that I used to buy, as opposed to complaining, I will just simply buy less.
Yeah.
And the problem exists, the problem doesn't go. So that's the thing. That's why, like, why complaining in America is a good thing, it is also a strength, because that's the thing, when you complain enough, someone else is going to find a way to find a way to create a solution,
Yeah.
as opposed to Nigeria that we just like roll over and die essentially. Just like, okay, my money doesn't go this far. How I'm going to reduce my expenditure, as opposed to complain to the government and be like, hey, you guys need to do better.
Is it because, well, is there a reason they can't complain? Is the government just not?
I mean, yes, the 100% the government is very, very like was extremely repressive, and they did used to have like a military government, like in the from like the guy died in 1998, and he was a very, very brutal military leader.
Mhm.
So that's the thing, like he had like secret police and every single thing. It was the whole 9 yards. And when people complained, he literally like tossed them in jail. There was a poet, his name is Ken Saro, and all he did was like complain, and they literally shot him to death. And after like he spent some time in
Complain through
jail,
his poetry?
yeah, through his poetry and things like that. So people have or basically there's this idea that, hey, you also don't want to complain so hard, because if you complain so hard, guess what, it is going to backfire.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, after that makes
Yeah, it
sense.
literally like there's this like idea of fear, and it is still very, very much there. But that's the thing is like the leaders right now, it's basically almost the same thing. Like they aren't like military despots, but there's still this sense of, hey, if you like insult the first lady of Nigeria, chances are she finds out, she can have you arrested, and your family
You're
would
going to get
literally,
fucked up.
yeah, literally get fucked up. It isn't like North Korea or anything. It literally isn't. Like it is a ridiculously free society. You can't say anything you want, but chances are you can say it, chances are they wouldn't hear you, but as soon as they hear you, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And basically, there's also like a quote, and it's like there is freedom before speech, but there's no freedom after.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very,
So
very
you can
cool.
get fucked if you just say something wrong, but
Yeah,
before that?
but before that, like please do whatever you may. But
Interesting.
it's very
Well, so a lot of people in the U.S. with like this upcoming election and like Trump, they say like our democracy is at stake. What do you think about
right.
that?
I mean, to be honest, Trump is the one. Well, I don't think there are two.
Are you voting for Trump?
No, I'm not. One, I'm not voting. Two, is like I feel like people are very, very scared. And when you like sit back and like look at the Trump presidency, I mean, I never really experienced. I experienced the end of it, and from my own experience at the end, I thought it was an absolute shit show because of like COVID, and it was only literally because of COVID. But that's the thing. Like when you sit back and you like look at the Trump presidency, like it wasn't as bad
Mm-hmm.
as people assumed it would be. And in lots of ways, you can either like be like, hey, was the reason why it wasn't bad because of Obama? Because Obama like sets the stage for Trump. Because that's the thing, like the first couple of years of someone's presidency is literally reflective of what the person was handed over. So in lots of ways, you could say that, hey, it wasn't as bad because of Obama,
Mm-hmm.
or you could also say that it was very, very good because of Trump and Trump's policies, which in lots of ways you can't really say that. And that's why people are also like complaining about Biden, about how everything is very, very expensive. And that's the thing, like a lot of the pain that we're feeling right now, it is because of policies that Trump put in place. For example, your tax return, how you sorry. I know that you had a bunch of issues with your tax return this year.
That was my fault.
100%. But that's the thing, there's there is
You
also
are
like
retarded.
there's also like Trump basically like passed a tax bill while he was still in office, and that tax bill took effect this year. And most people had very, very, very little smaller tax return than they were expecting. Even me too, mine was very, very small, and I looked at it now, because that's the thing, I planned to like buy a trip with the tax return, and
Yeah.
then I saw it. I'm like, I cannot afford anything,
That
literally.
sucks.
And that it really did suck. And the reason why is because basically because like Trump passed a tax bill that would only come into effect in 2024, which was after he was done with his presidency. So in lots of ways, you really can't properly gauge and be like, hey, the Trump presidency was good because either chances are the reason why it was good it was because of Obama,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to what Trump actually did. But for the most part, I feel another Trump presidency might it wouldn't be as chaotic or as
It wouldn't. It would be less chaotic.
yeah, most likely because there will be more guardrails, or basically, it feels like there are already like guardrails to prevent some things from happening. So basically, if he's like, "Hey, I am going to start nuclear war right now,"
Yeah.
for no reason, there's a guardrail in place that would not let him do it. So basically, like for example, even if it's like, "Here, I want to preemptively like strike Russia or something," even if he can't do it, there's something that is going to like prevent him from doing it or something like that. So that's the thing. I feel like America is very, very structured in that way,
Checks
whereby
and balances.
exactly, as opposed to other countries where you can
He's
just
good
do
at
it.
finding loopholes, though.
He is very, very good at finding
He's
loopholes
the guy that gets past the checks and balances to cash the checks and increase his
and
balance.
increase the freaking
Yeah.
balance.
So you don't think our democracy is at stake?
No, it most likely isn't.
Do you think?
Again, don't quote me on it, and if at all it is at stake, like, bruh.
Dude,
Oof.
I met this guy recently who was just like, I was asking him about like having kids, and he was like, "Yeah, well, like we're not gonna make it to 2050." And I was like,
Right.
"Well, yeah, we are."
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is like people
He,
have
no,
this.
he literally thought humans were gonna go extinct, like fully extinct. I was like, "Do you know how hard it is for a species to go extinct?"
Yeah, especially human
Yeah, I
beings
know. I was like,
who are
we are
insanely.
still biological organisms that will fucking crawl to the fucking finish line.
And we're extremely resilient as a species.
Exactly. Yeah, it takes a ton. I mean, it is sad though that like the dinosaurs, we're not even gonna touch the
Yeah.
dinosaurs. We're not even gonna come close.
Yeah, literally came when extinct and things like that. But that's the thing, dinosaurs did not have like space, did not have rockets that they could fire into space to literally like destroy asteroids coming into Earth. So
Exactly, but they, even though they lacked that, they are in the grand scheme of things, they're like way more successful
how?
than us
Oh,
because
they lived longer.
yeah, they lived for
Millions.
165 million years. We've
Right.
humans, Homo sapiens, have been around for like
Maybe 10,000.
200,000 or something like that.
Okay.
And then even like Homo erectus is like 2 million. That's nothing
Right.
compared to
Like
the
compared to
dinosaurs.
them, like it's very
Yeah.
ridiculously small.
Mm.
But that thing is like okay, if
We're not going to make it
evolution,
to 165 mil.
yeah, yeah.
We'll
mean,
make it to 2050.
I
but
feel like that's the thing. Like chances are we might become. I mean, for the most part, if
I
we
mean, we
should
could,
be multiplanetary, but it's like a question of what would look like in like 150 million years, if at all. Like it would be something that is almost certainly. Oh, it would be something that is not this 100%. It's not going to be this. It's
hopefully
going.
this video still exists.
I know, right? They'll be like two fucking idiots.
Hello,
pondering
people from 100 million years in the
100 million
future.
years from now. It would be very.
We're speaking like Latin right now.
Yeah, probably like Latin. But honestly, probably not even people. So it might be like androids or like pure energy or something like that.
Yeah.
Like reduced down to consciousness or something. I'm sure
Which
they
I
won't
would
be
not
dying or
like.
anything.
Do you think that we'll ever get to that point in our
It,
lifetime?
I mean, 100 million years, people are not
100
going to
million
die.
years, yeah. Humans. That's
That
what's
means
so
like
annoying about humans.
people would choose to die. I mean, they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm ready to like
No.
experience this thing."
I think, I just think the will to live is so, life finds a way. You know?
Right.
I think even if you are immortal, which we can achieve,
Yeah.
being immortal, I don't. I think a lot of people will just keep fucking living. Although I don't know.
I feel like at some point in
Because if
time,
everybody's immortal, you're still hanging out with your buds.
yeah. I mean,
Right?
at some point in time, you most likely like get very, very old. Like not even you, like everything will get old. Like you would have done everything that you can do. You would have achieved anything you can achieve, and
There's too many things.
yeah.
I haven't tried snowboarding yet. I haven't tried
Right.
astrophysics yet. Although I guess
Right.
most people aren't that interested in most things.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but still, it's like after a while, if someone has lived, I mean, I'm just saying, like 100 million years from now, chances are,
Okay.
is if at all human beings still have this form, it will be a form whereby chances that you will be able to live easily like 1,000 years,
Yeah.
and with 1,000 years under your like pockets, like there's so little that you want to do,
Hmm.
like there's so little you wouldn't be able to do.
No, there's still, but like Einstein says, like the more you learn, the more you find out.
Right.
Like you could have. I mean, there's just even if you just limited it. I'm thinking of this so fucking childishly, but if you just limited it to like mastering an instrument, saying like putting 10,000 hours on an instrument,
Yeah.
it would take a long fucking time.
Right.
There, I mean, you'd get to some crazy or like how many people are gonna try to fucking do bobsledding before they die?
What's the bobsledding?
Exactly.
No
That's what I
shit.
mean. That's what I mean, dude. There are
Right.
things that you don't even know about.
Right.
I don't. I think if you had the right attitude, you could just keep going.
Huh.
Because there's just so much shit,
Right.
and there's more shit being made. There's more
Yeah,
movies
you
being made,
literally
more
don't know.
songs being made, more everything.
Yeah. Music, movies.
It would be cool if in 100 million years, if humans are still alive, they just realized that the best course of action was to just stop,
Okay.
just like chill out, just plateau technologically. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. Like
Instead of
kind of like COVID, basically like kind of like lockdown in a way. But lockdown for like technology.
lockdown for yeah. I want to say unnecessary technology, but like
Right.
that's so impossible to like. What do you think's gonna happen with AI?
Most
Because
I mean
you're trying to.
I for the more I feel I I mean, maybe consciousness in lots of ways. Like computers are conscious, but that's the thing is like how can you like get the training data to make a computer conscious? Like how? I mean, for the most, I feel like in lots of ways it's going to be like being able to like transfer consciousness to computers, and then computers would learn from that and try to like simulate and try to like use that script. I have zero freaking clue. For the most part, I feel like AI is kind of like is overrated. It's not. It isn't overrated. It truly isn't. It isn't. It's a ridiculously powerful tool, but
You just conjured. Right.
it's kind of like it is a screwdriver, and thinking like a screwdriver is going to like steal your job doesn't mean it isn't going to steal your job. It's going to help you do your job way better.
It'll steal a lot of people's jobs, though, right? Like if you're fucking working at McDonald's at the cash
Right,
register, it's there goes your job.
right.
I understand what you're saying, the
Yeah,
sentiment of it, but the problem with that is like a screwdriver a screwdriver will only take simple jobs, but there are a lot of simple jobs.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then, see, dude, I am going to be there. That's for sure. I need to probably do. I mean, I use it, and to be honest, it is again. It helps me out a lot.
Uh-huh.
But like in the idea of like taking someone else's job, like if AI takes your job, I hate to break it to you, you don't have a very good job. But
I've sort of had that thought process. But then at the same time I like work jobs
yeah,
that are yeah. I understand both sides though. You fired a pregnant lady
yeah, I know that was so much fun.
at Amazon. You just said that at a mic one time and I was like, "Holy fuck."
Yeah, I mean, one, she was
Femi
a
from the top rope.
dick. She was a huge dick, so I'm happy to do it again. You know, actually, like one of the last people I ever fired, dead as this is what she did. She literally checked the time on her watch, on her phone, and
What
that's the
a
thing.
fucking bitch.
I know, right? But that's the thing, like it wasn't so
During
much.
work?
Yeah, literally during work. But
Yeah,
that's
I
the thing, it
don't
wasn't
blame
so
you.
much my fault. Like
She's got to get.
they aren't supposed to have their phones on the floor, and that's the thing.
Whoa.
I already didn't like her. She sucked.
How'd she suck?
She always reported me to my manager that I sucked. So it was like, hey, who is going to basically like ruin who before, basically. She was a
What was she
huge
saying
dick.
about you?
Basically, I don't I know she basically like reported me for saying that I would fire her, which was so fucking hilarious and very very meta considering I ended up firing her.
Yeah, it is.
It was so freaking hilarious.
Her complete. That's kind of a. It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah, she was a dick.
Manifest destiny.
Yeah, very. She was a huge dick though.
Did you have to sit her down and tell her why she was getting fired? Did you have was there an exit interview?
No, we didn't have one. I
Or
don't
just
think
like, all
I
right.
didn't get to do it, which like totally sucks. Cause that's the thing. I fired her, and I think I quit the next day, which was
What?
It was. I know it was very very insane. It was like
So you just didn't have to fire her.
I literally did not have to do it. I chose
You're
to
like,
do it.
should I fire this pregnant lady? And you're like, I'm gonna quit anyway.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
"Yeah, why
basically,
not?"
so why not? It's like I don't have to live with this thing. It was a ton of fun though. I mean, I hated my time at Amazon. Amazon sucked ass. Like, do
Mhm.
not recommend it. I could literally. I know I was thinking about it today, and I realized I couldn't even like properly sleep well because of how stressed I was from the job, and it was insane. So
Managing people?
yeah, manage. I mean, people, quote unquote. I mean, people. Yes. What do they behave like animals? 100%. But still.
How do they behave like animals?
Oh no, very very stubborn. Be like, please, can you go and do this? And they're like, no, I don't want to. I'm like, my nigga, you are getting paid. Why are you telling me no right now? Like, please don't. Oh, yeah, I
man.
totally fucked up your monetization, right? You
No,
can't.
I wasn't gonna get it anyway. The camera's about to die too.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, that was a moment of pure passion. So people would just be lazy?
Yeah, literally just be lazy. And I'm like, dude, go and do this, and they will still tell you no. And then after they've told you no, then they expect you to be like nice to them. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be nice to you. You literally just told me no. Like, you are not cooperating with me, but you want me to cooperate with you. Like, can't you see the disconnect here? It was very, very annoying. More again, I am thankful I'm not. I don't do that anymore. I mean, I miss firing people. Firing people is awesome.
That's crazy.
This is so much fun. Have you ever been fired before?
No.
Good.
I don't understand how people get fired.
I mean, again, the trick is this:
You have to do a lot.
if your manager simply doesn't like you, like trust me, your head is on the chopping block already. Like that is all that really matters. Like if your manager likes you, you'll be fine. But if your manager doesn't like you, like your head is literally on the chopping block.
Yeah. But don't you have to do a lot to not be liked by your manager?
Yes.
So, I mean, if you just do your job,
If you just literally just did it and like
I'm pretty good at doing the bare minimum well,
Exactly.
I guess. Sort of how I got through school.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not an overachiever or anything. Just get it done.
I'm an overachiever in the moment, but I'll
Okay.
wait till 10 minutes before to start doing it.
Right.
But then I'll be like, this is going to be the best thing ever. But yeah, in the moment, no. But if I have a job, if someone is paying me to do something, I'm going to do it well.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to genuinely try to do it well, no matter what it is.
Right.
And I'll put a lot of effort because I just feel so guilty otherwise.
Right.
It's like, they're paying me money?
Yeah.
It's so valuable.
Yeah. So how does that transfer to stand up? Have you ever like bombed and you got paid?
Yeah, every time I've gotten paid.
Oh please! I mean, you didn't bomb at Rose. We didn't bomb at Rose Battle.
I mean, I don't care about it for stand up
Oh,
because stand up is like, it's not like financially.
Lucrative.
I mean, if I'm headlining a club, I want to do well for them as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
But
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like my only motivation for having a good set is having a good set. Like I want to, I just
Right.
want to make people laugh.
Yeah.
I want to have good jokes.
Yeah.
It's not really financially motivated by anything. I mean, well, yeah, it's just not.
Oh shit.
And yours is?
I mean, that thing is like, I don't think most people like that starts its thing. I mean, a bunch of people actually like starts and think they're going to make it. Another thing is like, I feel
Think
like
they're going to make it?
yeah.
Oh, I think I'm going to make it.
Fuck it.
I'm
dude, nice.
delusional.
But
you have to be.
That's the only reason why you literally like.
Femi, I think I'm going to be so good at stand up in like 10 years, dude. That's what I just keep telling people is like, I'm not good now, but in 10 years, oh my God, I'm going to be so great.
Nice.
Yeah. And when I'm not great in 10 years, I'm gonna be like, 15 years.
Exactly. We need one more year and you'll be there.
Yeah. But I mean, I think you have to think like that. If you don't
yeah.
think like that, well, how do you think?
To be honest, I'm chilling essentially. Just
You
like
chilling?
It's I feel like I need to put more effort into it. And those things like I'm not very, very good at putting. I feel like I've literally reached the max of my bandwidth. And that thing,
Hmm.
it's
It's
just
interesting.
I need to put in more effort, and by putting more effort is more or less like, hey, talking to more producers and be like, hey, can I be on your
Oh,
show
I
and
just
things
can't
like
do
that.
that.
But the other thing is like, ironically, you do kind of have that on like lock, right?
Me? Talking to producers?
Don't I mean, but
Dude,
you've been
I
getting on shows, right?
no, I don't get on any shows.
Shit. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, but
Dude, seriously, I don't get booked at all.
yeah,
I can
dude,
show
I
you the
know you.
total no. I've gotten booked on 24 shows this year.
Dude, 24 is very freaking good. Do you know how many I've done? Like maybe 10 or something. It's very small, but still.
That's not that far off.
Yeah,
Dude, we're both in the same boat.
it's very, very, very far
I
off,
average
but
like 2
still.
shows a month.
Yeah, 2 shows in one.
I mean, we're like
It's basically kind of. I mean, that's
we're
kind
both
of.
pocket change compared to people who are like
Yeah,
people who have like 30 dates in a month.
yeah, literally
You
like
know what I
30
mean?
days
Like
in a month.
we're both the plankton.
But I mean, heck, at some point in time, we're getting zero, so zero is better than.
But to me, it's like we've been doing it for this long. That's where we should be. You
Right.
know, when I see people who are getting a ton of shows, it's sort of like,
Yeah, skipping ahead.
yeah, it's not. I mean, sort of, yeah. In some cases, in a lot, it's just like I don't even think I'd be ready for that.
Right.
I just don't think I'm, which is a bad way to think, but I'm okay with just sucking for a while because you just
Right.
need to.
Yeah.
Like when you start playing a sport, you don't immediately go pro.
I mean, yeah,
You know,
you're not the best
you have to sit on the
immediately.
bench for a while, and then you got to freaking earn your starting role. Got to work your way up the roster. Then you go to college, get AIDS,
Yeah, it is
and then
exactly.
you go pro.
You're like the story of Magic Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be my comedy career. I'm like
Right.
extremely at peace with that, though. As I said, it's comforting to be like, I know how much work I put into this now,
Yeah.
and if I just keep doing this, there was some stupid quote I heard. It was like, extraordinary things happen from repeating ordinary actions over
Right.
an
Over and over.
unordinary amount of time.
Oh shit.
If you just keep doing something
Yeah.
with genuine effort and passion and desire, I think it's just inevitable that you become great at it.
Oh, okay.
So I really genuinely think it's just a time thing.
Yeah.
And 10 years is a lot of time,
Yeah.
and that's just I just have to survive till then.
Right.
And then if it's not till then, I actually will kill myself. But
Oh yeah, I think you are doing very, very good. I mean, again, you've written a book. Yeah, ridiculously smart. So
I'm not ridiculously smart.
yeah, honestly, you're figuring comedy out, and I'm very proud of you.
I'm not. I mean, I think comedy is what you make of it. Like we both have different things that we're making of it. You said you were
Yeah.
chilling. I'm freaking out. No, I am chilling.
No, I mean, I should probably also be freaking out. Like, was that like I'm not putting in that effort of like talking to producers, and I need to do that a lot more.
Yeah, I guess
We need to do that. I mean, 'cause to be honest, that's like literally the difference. Like
it is a big
you
difference.
can literally go from 2 shows a month to 30 if you just talk to a couple producers.
Yeah, I've talked to people that have talked to people,
Exactly.
and they've told me that it works. Basically, just like reaching out, submitting, all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, there's sort of like a game you have to play.
Yeah, and also be playing nice and everything. So
Yeah, I tell myself though, if I truly get to the point where I'm really truly funny, then it just shouldn't matter though.
yeah, I mean,
Theoretically,
I keep hearing. So basically, that's also the same thing that Chelsea
which
said.
is probably not true, but
No, I mean, that's like Chelsea
For
also
me.
said that, and she's like, hey, like if you want to get booked, all you need to do is just crush out shows and you'll be good.
exactly.
Yeah, but doesn't like. Do you think this guy was named Nick San Miguel? Do you think that he talks to a bunch of people or not?
He
Because
doesn't seem like it.
exactly, it feels.
Seem like he
it
just
seems
crushes.
very exactly. It seems
But I don't
like
know.
ridiculously introverted. So chances are he crushes, and then people just like. Reach
I
out
mean,
to
we
him
see him crush. Yeah.
every single time. The guy is so freaking hilarious.
Yeah, so obviously there's going to be a component of it where you have to do other things other than just getting on a stage and making people laugh, but
Yeah.
I feel like ultimately that's my goal, and if you pursue that to fruition,
Yeah.
in like a, because there are a lot of people who I would rather 10 years in be really good at the actual doing of comedy, like stand up, than the like the things around it,
Oh,
if that makes sense.
like the managing,
Yeah, exactly.
selling tickets sucks ass. It's so freaking hard. Because it's. I mean, at some point, selling tickets is not even like stand-up comedy. It's literally just business.
Do you? Well, yeah, exactly. And I hate that. I literally can't stand it. Do you have like a goal in comedy or a dream?
I mean,
Where do you see yourself?
for the longest time, like when I started, my goal was to like film a special, and then I did it, and now I'm like, I need something else.
You're empty.
Yeah, I know it. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
Femi filmed a fucking hour-long special.
Yeah, it was very
It's
freaking good.
crazy. I'm
I'm
gonna
going
plug that on the pod when it comes out.
yeah, I'm going to.
When is that coming out?
I'm hoping maybe like fucking November.
Okay.
So I really is like is mo- yeah, I basically had like competing priorities. That's why I haven't like actually like sat down and edited like completed the editing. I need to like tweak the audio and then add subtitles. Then it's
Uh-huh.
be ready.
That's so insane that you. How long have you been doing comedy?
Like I had done it for like 1 year by then, so it was
To build an hour in a year?
right.
That is extremely insane,
So it's
Femi.
just like again a lot of writing and destroying. Like you're going to write
It's
so many jokes
insane.
and
And
then
then to remember it all.
yeah, it was a fun. It was such a fun night.
So what's your goal now? And then
Mm.
after this, I have to take a piss, and we should probably
Yeah, that dude, I'm dead ass with you. I have no clue. I need to
make
like
one live on the pod, Femi. Why are you
right
doing comedy?
at this point in time. I have zero clue. I need to figure out. I need like
Because you don't need a goal.
loftier goals. No, I need something. I need to do something else. I mean, I was thinking of filming another one. Well, the motivation to do it is just ridiculously low.
Just make the same goal again.
Yeah, exactly.
Make an hour 5 special.
I mean, a smarter goal would be like to get on more shows and just like reaching out to more producers.
Yeah. That's
And
very
it will be
achievable.
easier to do with a special. So
Correct. You're going to have lots of clips to send out.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, hey,
Here's my hour-long clip. Hope you
watch
like
it in watch it completely from beginning to the end.
Damn. But you don't have like dreams of grandeur?
Or like being like that guy Mark Norman.
Yeah, selling out the Vic.
That would be nice.
There
God
goes the
damn
camera.
it.
Well,
We did such a great job.
we still got the audio.
Yeah,
but
so that's very
yeah, we
good.
should. Do you have closing remarks to say
This was very, very good.
for the
honestly.
people at home?
Oh, for the please jerk up to my feet.
Oh,
It
yeah,
would make
yeah,
me
yeah.
feel very, very
Please
proud
do that.
and make me know that I have very sexy feet.
Comment how sexy Femi's feet are.
Please don't. I am begging. Please do not comment about my feet. That is very
Don't you
weird.
dare mention me, but talk about Femi's feet a lot.
That's so funny. Well, alright, honestly, this is very good. I'm very impressed. I'm
Hell
very,
yeah,
very
dude.
proud of you. This is good.
Thank you.
It's
You say
impressive.
such nice things to me. I
Honestly,
don't deserve them.
we know we need to support each other. We need to
Of
stand by
course,
each
yeah.
other.
Of course. I was gonna say something else. Fuck. Damn. Are you still proud of me? I fucking forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, trust me, that happens to the best of
It
us.
was a. You're just like a very genuine, nice guy.
I try. I mean, women don't say that, but okay.
I mean, dude, you're horribly racist and sexist. And you're one of the most hatred-filled people I've ever met in my life. But also, from the moment I met you, I was like, that's a nice guy.
That's so funny.
You're just like a person that I'm never gonna see you and be like, ah, fuck, it's Femi. You know? It's always, yeah, it's Femi.
Thank you. It means
It's
a
good.
lot.
Seriously, that's like a very good quality that a lot of people don't have. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you should make your goal to sell out the Vic.
Yeah, exactly. Loftier goals, Netflix and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
Hulu's where it's at now, apparently. All right.
Alright, this is awesome.
Somebody have sex with Femi.
Yeah, please. Please do.
Oh, what do you want me to bleep? That's what I was gonna fucking say.
Nah, dude, it's fine. I mean, we didn't mention that guy's name, so like, well, good.
No, but you did say Ariel Julie was.
No, I said that she's fine. I didn't say that she's that. I didn't mention
All right, I'll
her
review
being
the tape.
Jewish.
I'm literally about to edit this right after you leave, so I'll
For
review
real,
it.
dude, you're going to do
I
this
have
overnight.
to.
Oh,
Drops
dang.
Monday. I work tomorrow.
Oh dang! Oh,
I know,
shit.
dude.
Oh,
Having a
dang.
podcast is it's so brutal.
Yeah.
So if we just did 2 hours, I'm gonna be up for a minimum of 2 hours
Oh, yeah,
just
nice.
editing this. But I don't mind. It's cool to listen to a conversation
That's very
that I just had.
cool.
All right,
Nice. All right.
good shit. All right, let's unplug this shit.